Thumbnail? I'm being silly.
Hey everyone, I am Andrew, aka Fellowship of the Tables, and tonight I am playing Rouge Apart, the changeling rogue who does stupid things to try to prove himself. And sometimes it works out. We'll see.
Hello, I'm Preston or Dice Fix on the internet. I'm playing Fix today. He's my changeling warlock. And I was gone last week, but we're back now. So gotta get back into it. Thank you.
Currently, I actually have a much longer name. Hi, my name is Dave. Hey, Wilson on the internet. I am playing Viz, which is a simplified version of a much longer name. He is a fairy and a fighter of the Rune Knight variety, which is incredibly interesting and is one of those rare occasions where a 1.5 foot tall creature can become a 12.5 foot tall giant in a single round. Just for show at one point. Yep.
You used it when we wanted to move that boulder.
That was the one time, and it was just for show. Yeah. Apparently, speaking of Feywild, the book's coming out tomorrow.
Ooh. Ooh.
Just in time for D&D 6.
Woo. Hmm. Yeah.
Not much. I've got common goblin halfling thieves camp. Goblin halfling. Well, I mean, I want to try to subdue him, so I'm gonna attack him with like the blunt handle of my short sword. But,
Uncle.
I'm gonna keep trying to subdue him if he's fighting.
Okay, so you're going to try to attack him?
Yeah.
How far out are myself and Viz?
He is down the tunnel. You guys are kind of about 20 feet or so, 10 to 20 feet inside the room. Everybody kind of approached that secret door.
Vix would just run down the tunnel and try and catch up to
Okay. And I'm trying to remember, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
I know Rue has the salve from
I have
Ronvin.
none.
I think you were using a light source. if
Yeah, I
my
would
memory
cast light
serves.
on like a button or something on my shirt so I could see. Assuming
Okay.
it's dark in the tunnel.
Yeah, so you can see, your light source is kind of 20 feet of bright, 20 feet of dim, and you can see glinting on the floor, again, as you noticed before, little bright little crystals sparkling here and there down the tunnel. If you recall, you kind of follow those around a little bit, and you do
Yeah.
see about 30 feet or so down the tunnel, you see Rue, who appears to be engaged in hand-to-hand grapplage with this little charcoal colored guy who's screaming. What languages do you understand, Fix?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Gnomish, and Infernal.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really make it out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not not sure, but it doesn't sound happy.
Yeah, well, can't blame him.
Miz will, of course, take after all of this as well and fly down the tunnel.
Okay. Let me search my notes here. We're going to stay right in initiative order, and we're going to start at the top of the list, and that'll be Rue. What would you like to do?
I don't recall whether I have my insightful fighting up against this guy.
Ooh.
I don't think I do.
I think you were using it on the large fellow.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. So as my bonus action, first thing I will attempt to use that. So that is, I'm making an insight roll. I've got a 21, and he makes a deception check.
So
I
cool.
rolled a 74.
Higher.
I
Dang.
rolled a low number.
Okay.
Yeah. Deception is
So-
wisdom, right?
No, that would be charisma.
Charisma.
Okay. Yeah, it's still low.
So then if I hit this guy, then this will count as sneak attack. So
Okay. This
Oh.
guy's in leather armor. He's kind of covered in dust. He's got a small hammer on his belt. He's got a light crossbow on his back. But there's this weird, reminds you almost of the ocean in the air as you fuss with this guy. His hair's all dusty, and his eyes are crazy, and he's just, fussing about, trying to get free.
Okay. I'm going to try to attack him non-lethally.
You said extra lethally. Is that what you said?
No. That is an 18.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to pierce his leather armor. You're short swording him, correct?
I am, yes.
So I'm kind of picturing you kind of like flat blading him against the side of the head or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or maybe kind of
uh,
like pistol whip, with a pommel.
Pummel to the noggin.
Nice bonk on the head.
Yeah.
13, 16. That is 21 points of damage to the head.
Okay. He folds up like a cheap card table at a Buffalo Bills tailgate party.
Hello, sneak attack.
Down he
Too
goes.
many Jello shots.
So you're now holding a rather heavy sack of flesh. The spear drops and clatters to the stony floor. And he's just there as you hold on to him. Dead weight. Breathing loudly, gurgling, kind of wheezing, but very regular now, like he's out.
Cool. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the hooked spear actually. I'm gonna keep that. But any other weapons that he has, I'm just gonna take off him and chuck down the tunnel and then drag him into the cavern.
Okay. Viz, roll perception. You've got 120 feet of that delicious dark vision, don't you?
That I do, son.
Yeah, because that tunnel extends quite a ways, as you recall.
I do indeed. That's a natural 20.
Okay, so, and there are a couple of side tunnels. But you see the three forms scurry around down one of the side tunnels to this tunnel exits like due west out of the cavern, and they take a right, probably about 80 feet down or so, and with that perception, you also hear, as the sounds of battle grow quiet, you hear the clank of metal, maybe chains or metal weapons against something else metal. You just hear them moving around the corner.
Right. Have I seen Root at this point, or is that?
Oh yeah, he was only 30 feet down the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Viz will fly up toward the ceiling and continue following these characters along, being stealthy.
Okay.
But still flying.
You fly at 60, correct?
I believe I move at the same rate as my walking movement speed. So flying is 30.
Okay. I thought you.
But I could dash. I could dash fly, I assume.
Yeah, that would get you 60 feet down the tunnel. You'd still be about 20 feet short of the right turn. Roll stealth for me.
Will do.
And I'm going to give you a +2 to that since you're flying, which means you're not touching anything, and you're up near the ceiling. And the ceilings have been, 10 to 12 feet. They're not smooth cut stone like the tunnel complex is.
Right. So with the +2 and my native +8 and a 13, that's 23.
Okay, yeah. You feel pretty confident that if there's anything down here, it will not see nor hear you. So that is good. All right, let's cut back to Rue. You have dragged your subdued dude, back into the cavern. Is that correct?
Yeah, if I saw Viz take off, then I think I would be trying to quickly tie this guy up, and I'm gonna just hog tie him and leave him on the floor here.
Yeah, I would help him do
Okay.
that.
Okay, we'll call that each of you. That'll be your action for this round.
Mhm.
So we'll go to the next round. Okay. Rue,
My third in initiative.
you're right after Rue.
Cool.
So we'll go back to the top. Rue, what would you like to do?
So once he's tied up, then I will chase after Viz.
Okay, are you going to double move or single
Yeah,
move? Okay,
I will.
so that's 30-30, correct?
Yeah, and I will try to do so. So stealthily.
Easier said than done. No, easier done than said.
Apparently. That is not a great roll. It's only 21.
Okay, yeah. So
Darn.
Fix, as you're standing there, kind of standing up and dusting off your robes or what have you, Rue just vanishes in a twinkling. And by vanish, I mean, unless you want to roll perception.
Nah, he can have that.
Rue,
I don't think I can roll that.
Is it possible, Rue, that you may have licked your lips while you were doing all of this?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
How about perception,
Oh,
Rue?
okay.
Fix, you may do the same thing. You two smell the very strong, acrid BO of this little person you've hogtied.
Yeah.
He's dusty. There's dust in the air from dragging him and Rue fighting with him.
I got a 17.
17? 14. Yeah, you guys both taste salt on your lips. Very odd.
I love salt.
Yeah,
I love salt.
It's weird. Fix, what do? You see Rue vanish in a twinkling up the tunnel.
I know how like deep this tunnel goes. Like, do I remember?
It goes a ways. You guys walked a good half hour down through here, following kind of the little sprinkles of crystals that were on the floor. And in fact, I think at one point Rue picked one up and tasted it, and it's salt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I double dash with 30 foot of movement, do I get back to Rue as well?
Yeah, you would keep up with Rue.
Cool.
Because I'm picturing like Rue jumps up and goes, and you look up and oh shit, and off you go.
I dash as an action, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not a rogue.
Yep.
Cool. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I will just run down the tunnel as well. I'll be like, stay right there to the guy we just talked to, and then just run down the tunnel.
Okay.
Don't move.
Very good. You've been down here about 1 hour, 30 minutes since you left the Red Rock Tavern. You recall that the constabulary would send a detachment after you if you did not reappear by the stroke of 4 hours. So still a good bit of time. Yeah. Okay, so you guys barrel down the hallway. Viz, you are up. You are 20 feet from the narrower cross tunnels.
Yep.
The little dudes took a right. As you get up there, you can see that the little grains or crystals of salt also take a right. You've already been down this way when you guys were kind of scouting out. Do you wish to continue?
I do wish to continue. Still stealthily, but going as quickly as stealth allows.
Are you dashing still? Double moving?
I'm going to take more caution at this point. So I'll do normal movement and continue to be hidden. And if I see any of them, I'm going to whip daggers at them.
Yeah. So you move 20 feet, get to the corner. I'm picturing you peer around a little bit as you start around the corner, and you see them huddled together about 40 feet down, talking, or
Right.
They look to be talking. They're just in a little huddle about 40 feet down. You're 10 feet in, so now they're about 30 feet from you. Go ahead and roll me stealth to make sure that's still happening.
Yeah. It's 17 and 8 is 25.
Okay, yeah, no problemo. So you get around the corner. Do you wish to take the remainder of your movement, or are you going to fire daggers from your dagger firer?
I'm going to close the remaining 10 feet, I think, that I've got from movement. And I will do the dagger thing. Do it on the little guys.
Okay, so you're 10 feet around the corner, 30 feet from them because they were 40 feet down. So go ahead. There's 3 little dudes.
3 little dudes. Okay, the first one is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
The second one is a 16.
Those both hit.
Awesome. It'll be on 2 different shark guys.
Okay.
The first hit does 11. The second hit does 9 damage.
Okay, so you hear them both scream in pain. They're wielding they all have their spears. They turn and face you. Let's see here. Okay, so 11, 9, and then the third one is unharmed. Anything else you'd like to do there, Viz?
Just look for if there's some cover, like natural cover above me or something, stalactites, anything.
Not really.
All right,
It's
that's,
it's an open tunnel.
that's okay. I'll take it. That's the end of my turn.
All right. And we are going to open that giveaway for the Virtual Greyhawk Con badges. So there it goes. All right, we'll give those away at the end of the stream. Okay, we are up to those dudes. And so they are going to hurl their spears in your direction, Viz.
Uh-oh.
First one is a 16.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Nice.
It is on a rope. It clatters and falls harmlessly to the stone floor. The next one is a 14. That would be a miss. And then the third one is a natty 20. Hey, happy die. So that's 6 plus 5 is 11 damages. And in fact,
That natural 20 with a bonus because my armor class is above 20.
it's 22, but nat 20 is a nat 20. Yeah. Nice try there, pal. But rather than take damage, it hooks behind your right leg and pulls you to the ground. And you are prone upon the stone. And they...
Is that fair when I'm in the air?
Yes. And they... I see what you did there.
Ouch.
See what you did there. And they hustle down the hallway, using their full movement to surround you. And these smelly, BO, dusty, acrid little, crazy little fiendish guys. One of them turns and looks up the hallway and starts speaking to someone behind it, but there's no one there. The other one leans down and licks your face. And then the other one kind of looks at you and mutters something. It's really hard to understand, but they're just like little mad mountainy scientist crazy dudes. And they're standing around you trying to figure out what you are. Rue, it's your turn. You're 20 feet from the right turn in the tunnel, having moved 60 feet on a double move.
Okay. So I will move to the corner and look around. See,
Okay. You see about 10 feet down, you see 3 of those dudes standing around Viz, who is prone kind of on his back on the floor. Viz doesn't appear to be any more injured than when you last saw him, but he is prone on the floor. You would probably deduce that he was hooked by one of those spears. You have 10 more feet past the corner, so you could get to them for melee if you use all of your single move.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to yell at them. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of yell incoherently at them and charge and attack one of them non-lethally.
Okay. 2 of them appear to have sustained some sort of piercing, like a blade stab wound.
That sounds good. I will attack whoever seems to be most damaged. And I believe I get sneak attack naturally on this because of Liz's presence.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't really... you were stealthing. They don't really spot you. They are solely focused upon their quarry, their prey. And so you come around and you can easily sneak attack.
Okay. First attack is a natural 1.
That would be a miss.
Oh.
So I will swing with my other short sword. That's a 21.
That'd be a hit. Are you attacking one of the wounded ones?
I miss.
Okay.
And let's see. I don't do the bonus, but I still get to get sneak attack.
Right, you're offhand. I got you.
Yeah. That is 17 points of damage.
He drops like a sack of potatoes.
Bonk.
Excellent.
Okay, is that your turn?
I believe that is my turn.
Okay, so Fix, as you're running along right behind Rue, Rue vanishes around the corner. You're about 20 feet from the corner where Rue turned and went.
I can probably hear everything going on the other side of this, right?
Yeah, you do hear the sounds of combat. It's a stony, cavernous tunnel, and so things echo, absolutely.
Yeah, Fix will just keep on running straight and just kind of drop to a slide when I get to the corner and do one of those combat slides and shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, nice.
Slide across.
Pew, pew. Nice, love it. Yeah, so you see Rue attacking with his short sword. You see 3 of those smelly, dusty, crazy guys. One of which its face is right down by Viz's. The other one was turned looking down the hallway speaking, and that's the one that Rue hammered.
Oh, poor guy.
And then the third one is just kind of muttering to.
And there's 2 remaining that are in combat, right?
Yes, one just went down.
Yeah, I'll shoot one at each. The first one, I guess, at the one in front of is right up on him.
Okay.
Ooh, that's low. Hold up. 11 to hit.
Just caroms down the hallway. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
kind of bouncing off the walls.
We'll
and
hit something
sparking.
else.
Yeah,
And the second one.
cool effect.
Ooh,
but,
natural 20.
yeah, that would be a good hit.
Yeah, we'll take that. 2d10. Oh. I rolled a 1 and a 2. 7 points of damage.
Okay, it goes down with a scream
Oh, well, we're good.
and is dead.
Oh, rip. Well, at least I look cool doing it. Yeah, that's all I got in my turn. I'd get around to the corner and kind of stay at the corner.
Okay, so one has died, one has been knocked out, and one is uninjured. Okay, Viz,
Ooh,
you were prone.
I'm prone to a lot of things.
See what you did
Like
there.
bad jokes.
What? There's nothing bad about that. That was a perfectly good joke. All right. So I've got someone trying to lick my face, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, and he's like looking at you, like studying you, and he licks you, and then he licks his finger and touches you, and then licks it. It's like he's tasting you.
I'm going to stick my rapier into his finger.
Oh,
Okay.
poor buddy.
Oh, geez, that's a natural 1 for my first attack.
That'd be a miss.
And my second attack is 21.
That would be a hit.
That would be a hit.
Little stabby with the 2-inch rapier.
And yet, ironically, does the same damage. That's an 8 plus 5 is 13.
Oh! How do you do
wow.
this?
He has his finger there, and my little rapier pokes into his finger and goes straight up his arm bone, severing arteries along the way. And
Yes, so it's the blood.
Bleh.
And he falls with a cold, hard slap onto the stone floor, dead. And all grows quiet except for the heavy, gurgly, slumberish breathing of the one who's been subdued by Rue.
Now, was there a fourth person in here that they were talking to, or is that person not about?
You don't see anything down the hall. There was the one of the ones that's deceased. Or excuse me, the one that Rue subdued is the one that was talking, facing away, like somebody was down the hall.
Oh.
Now, how loudly was he talking?
Oh,
Was he
like there
talking,
was conversation. Yeah.
like right next to it?
I mean, he's just facing down the hall talking, speaking in some language.
I'm going to grab the one that I subdued
Okay.
and haul him up with my short sword at his neck, just about here.
Okay.
And look in the direction where he was speaking and say, "Show yourself."
Okay. Viz, you could see 120 feet down. You don't see anybody. Rue, what is your dark vision? 60?
It's the same as the spell, I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is. You don't see or hear anything. Let's see. I believe his condition is incapacitated.
Yep.
So, nothing responds.
Is it just a dead end, or is this like going somewhere?
No, the tunnel goes on.
Oh, does Eldritch Blast produce light?
Yeah, it went way down there, 120 feet before it finally dissipated, and it lit the tunnel. Yeah. You could see narrower. There's cracks. It's a very much more natural type tunnel. Maybe it was formed by, hot lava one day or water. Who knows? You can see, again, when you explored this for about that half hour, you could see where some of the areas had been maybe widened, cut, smoothed a little bit. The floor's been worked a little bit, but it's mostly sort of natural, give or take, between 5 and 8 feet.
Are we still in initiative?
wide. We are no longer in initiative.
Pixel just kind of like plant his butt on the ground and open up his cloak and grab my like grimoire and flip it to a page and start ritually casting comprehend language.
Okay. Very good. That takes what, about 10 minutes, 11 minutes?
Correct.
Okay. So you now can comprehend
Languages.
Cool. Rue, could you wake him up, please?
I can try. I'll just pull out a canteen of water or something, splash some water on his face.
Okay.
Still holding him with the short sword at his neck.
Yeah.
Oh, would we have sat here the whole time, or would we go back up to where the other one is too?
Probably makes sense to go back to where the other one is.
Can I cast and walk at the same time?
I would say you'd want to be stationary for that.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that far. We'll take 13 minutes and do it.
Okay. Very good.
We'll drag the other body along with us.
The other two?
The other two, sure.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see they have like pitons and hammers and, chain for pulling and fastening, and they have those hooked spears with the ropes tethered to their wrists. And there's a good 30, 40 foot of rope there.
Wow.
It looks like they have some... Hey, Skaga, thanks a lot for that DM advantage. That is delicioso.
No.
Appreciate that. Very, very nice.
So then, while Fix is taking that 10 minutes, I'm going to tie this guy out too, and then just kind of search his person for anything else of interest that he might have on him, and anything that might indicate like what he has been doing in these tunnels.
So you see these guys all have hammers. They're all covered in dust. Again, anybody that fusses with them or anything gets that salt, residue on your lips. Very easy to taste it. You can kind of smell it, even taste it in the air as it shakes off of their gear and their leather armor. They each have a light crossbow. They look like they've been mining salt, if you had to guess. So you managed to, are you waking up both of the subdued guys?
I'm just going to wake up the one to start with.
Which one?
I guess our new friend.
Flip a coin.
Okay. Yeah, so you splash water on him, and you see some of the dust and grime, and he splutters and kind of lays there and looks up, and his eyes just get the size of dinner plates, and then he turns over to his left and starts speaking. Fix. You, let's see here. Yeah, so you understand the meaning of any spoken language that you hear. Rue, roll me intelligence. I want to see if you recognize this language.
Okay.
I think that's important.
I hope they understand me.
Fix, he's talking to somebody who must be behind you or something, but he's going on and on about getting back up the tunnel and saving themselves. Get back to the mine.
Saving like itself, or saving like the party of them, or what? Or can I not really tell?
It's kind of gibberish, and he seems to be kind of frantic, and then he looks up at you. Who are you? In
Hello.
This language.
My name is Fix. Can you understand me? I'm speaking in common.
It looks at you like... And it starts going on and on to the other. But tell the others. Tell the others. Tell them we've been captured. Tell them to send help. Send the big ones.
Oh, no. Who are you? I like look around.
Rue, how's that intelligence roll coming?
I burned an advantage and got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh.
You recognize this language, although you don't understand it, but you've heard this before, given your history and your background, as Dwarvish. It's maybe more choppy and guttural and not, as you're listening to this, Fix, it's kind of coming through in bits and pieces and frantic and a little crazed. The other guy who's tied is just breathing incredibly loudly as he lays there, passed out. Strangely loudly. Almost like a pug would do. like an
Aw.
old overweight pug.
No, you puppy. I would just like run through the languages I have and just be like, "Do you understand this one?" And then like with Abyssal and just go through them all.
He's just looking at you like, kind of cringing a little bit, trying to, he tries to sit up and collect his bearings. And when he sees his comrades, he immediately kind of puts his hands up. No, don't kill.
No.
Don't kill Glinka. No, kill Glinka.
Glinka.
Glinka, tell you what you need to know.
I like just give him the like, Spit it out, come on.
What you need to know.
Where?
The problem with comprehend languages, you can understand, but you can't speak.
Right.
Man, tongues.
Can you give him one hand and let them write? Is that a bad idea?
It's probably a bad idea.
I will make sure all of his weapons are well out of his reach.
Okay.
And then, I will rework his bonds to allow one hand free.
Okay.
I
So
give
he
him a quill and
immediately
some paper.
rubs his head where you hit him with the
Aw.
pommel of your sword. Glinka hurt. Oh. And he looks at Rue and spits at you.
Yeah, that's fair. Bronvin, you think you could heal him up a little bit? Maybe that'll earn us some goodwill.
Oh. She says in Dwarvish, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" And you understand it, Fix. Sorry, I just realized Ronvin speaks Dwarvish.
Oh yeah, that's right.
How helpful is that?
Sense.
And
Nice.
she places her hands upon him, and he flinches and kind of hisses at her. And then he turns and starts, "They're touching me. They're touching me. Tell the others. They're touching us." Like he's speaking to somebody behind you guys, kind of keeps turning to the left. And you see her kind of close her eyes, and she heals him.
Nice.
And he stops and looks at her, kind of rubs where, "Oh, Glinka like."
No.
Again, Rue and Viz understand none of this. Fix, you understand it. And then you begin to see and hear Ronvin speak this language, albeit a little more intelligible sounding, even though neither of you, it just sounds clearer and less profane. Fix, it definitely sounds like she is very, very fluent in
Nice.
Dwarven. And she asks them what they're doing here. And we mine salt. We slaves.
Oh.
Big stone man. Make us mine salt. Yeah. Why you kill my friends?
Sorry.
And she explains that you all thought that they were with the large guy.
I would be like relaying this information to Rue and Viz.
Okay. I'm going to have you guys tell Ronvin what to ask him rather than me RP that, since I'm technically the DM.
Yeah.
Ask him what this big stone guy wants. What is he doing down here?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he having to mine for salt?
Oh, he wants salt. Lots of salt.
For what?
Jesus. And they kind of look, and he looks at his friends, and he, just crates. Salt in crates.
Well, ask him if it's like a business, if he like sells the salt or something.
He kind of, so Ronvin, you hear in the the Dwarvish tongue, and he looks and I not know.
Oh shoot.
Who are you? Ask him who he's talking to in the room here. Seems to be thinking he's talking to somebody.
Yeah, and this keeps happening intermittently with no purpose, and it's always Fix. You understand it to some gibberish, but also like warning and pleading with somebody to help. Go ask why where's salt for? And he's trying to get answers to your questions to this individual.
Yeah, we'll have Ronvin ask if like who he's talking to or if the person he's talking to is here.
He's like, right there. He points at, over to the left.
Is there anything there?
You don't see anybody there.
I toss a rock.
Skitters across the stone floor.
I think he's crazy. Is anyone there?
Actually, we could get Ronvin to do that. Please come out.
Oh yeah.
Show yourself.
Oh, and Dorvis? Yeah, she'll say that and nothing happens. Yeah.
Well, I think he's seeing things. He's breathing too much salt. Ask him how far down the mines are from here. Like how far we'll have to go.
Maybe hour.
Oh, that's kind of far.
45, maybe less than an hour.
Ask him if the big guy we fought is the only big guy.
No.
Oh.
3.
3 more or 2 more?
3 big guys.
3 big guys.
Including this one? Pointing at the one that's on the ground dead.
Oh.
There isn't one on the ground dead.
Oh.
Remember, he poofed.
He poofed.
He
Oh,
poofed.
right.
Yes. Three big guys, and he starts counting, and he pulls a boot off, and all this salt dumps out of it. He's counting on his toes. And he shows you, he counts all the way to 12. 12. Us.
Oh, 12. 10 remaining. 8 that we don't have in this general vicinity.
What about
Seems like that's what he's trying to indicate.
What about the dogs? Are there more of those?
2 more.
I don't-
We slaves.
Yeah, they're slaves, so we need to not. Okay. Ask him if we bring
Other
him with us.
other slaves dead.
Rip. Ask him if he brings him with us if the other slaves won't attack us.
You should save us.
Right,
Yeah.
right, that's the plan.
should
But
save
if
us.
y'all throw spears at us, we can't, there's no
You should
point.
save us. Please save us. And he starts almost like he's begging, bargaining.
Oh,
Kind of, he's like pawing at Ronvin a little bit, kind of petting her, trying to be all nice. You should save it. Save us.
I'm gonna pull him back away from
Save-
us so he can't-
Save Glinka.
Should someone be doing an insight check on
And
this?
save Inca.
yeah. Can I
Any-
throw an
any-
insight?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll insight check.
And he
that.
points at the other subdued, loud mouth breather and refers to that one as Inca.
Aw.
They both appear to be female, the ones that you've subdued.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's
They're all
rolling
really
insight?
I got a 17.
I got a 7. No, a 6.
Okay. Yeah, Fix, you're like, man, these dudes are fine.
I like these guys.
Rue, this one seems quite earnest, anxious, all of a sudden very, very friendly, suspiciously friendly, and a little off. Like the look in her eyes, just a little, this business of talking to somebody seems a little off to you.
And then ask her if the big guy or any of them come in this room or beyond it towards the town.
It's like, what town? There's a town? She starts looking around. I don't. We slaves. We stay and make salt.
And what of the big guys? Do they come in here? Have they been in here?
I just saw them just when you were hitting them with your sticks.
Oh. Scott, can you remind me how far we are from the gate where the people said they were waiting for us?
It was probably about 45 minutes
Yeah, it's
back up
substantial.
to, yeah. It's a ways.
Oh man.
Do they ask her if they live there in the mines where they work?
Oh, we do now. Yeah. We didn't used to, but we got caught. And now we slaves.
Where did they used to live?
Way, way, way down the tunnels.
The Underdark.
You know if the big guys came from down there or from somewhere else?
See Flash sometimes, and big guy shows up
Oh, that's no good.
Flash.
in the mines. Yeah.
Like they teleport.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Hmm.
You want to ask them what manner of creature these big guys are?
Scary. What kind of
yeah.
monster is the big guy?
Bossy. Mean. Kills. Killed slaves. Many slaves die.
Oh no.
Yeah. Not only us. Other slaves. Some
my
short,
favorite.
some tall. All dead.
This is my favorite NPC. I, you know, she's really pulling on my heartstrings. I think we should help them.
Help us. Escape, save other Daryl.
Daryl?
You think we should go there now?
Are you guys very rested? Like, are you, in the mood to go down?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should take. I'm a little worried about just setting them free in case they're not telling the truth.
Right, yeah. I cast. Well, I don't know how that would work. Hold on, let me read this and rethink my decision. Never mind. Friends isn't gonna help me. I'd have to have Rhonda do it because I have advantage on charisma, but they can't understand me.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are only 12 of them left.
8.
He counted 12 on his fingers and toes. It's hard telling if that means left or total, or like you're communicating with this dude, but he's not real bright, and she's not real bright. She seems not too well put together. Little cray cray.
Mine and salt all day is probably not good for you.
I'm gonna pull out the maps that we had found back when we were rescuing the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down trollish maps.
Sure. Yeah, I think there was 2 or 3 of them. There were various states of readability. Those maps are of the tunnel complex. Some of them don't have all the rooms, but none of them go beyond. None of them indicate a secret door in this cavern.
Okay.
None of them go beyond the cavern.
But this cavern is on at least one of them?
It's on a couple of them, yeah. Yeah, the maps look like they might be from maybe different time periods.
Mm-hmm.
Where, the older the map is, maybe 1 or 2 of the rooms are missing.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's. I guess let's let them show us where these big guys are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull Glinda to her feet. Glinda, sorry.
Yep.
And
I will. I'm gonna untie her feet, but leave her hands tied.
Okay. She glares at you and rubs her ankles, and Glinka no like you. That's what you hear, Fix.
Fix just cackled.
She spits at Rue again.
Oh no, don't do that.
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
Oh.
You seem to be feeling kind of salty about you there.
Salty, haha.
Nice. So you have the one that's tied that Glinka referred to as Inca. And then the other two are deceased.
Yeah, I will hand Glinka off to Ranvin and then go do the same with Inka.
Okay, wake her up and...
Yeah, wake her up and untie her feet.
Okay. She breathes incredibly loudly. It's like a mouth breathing sort of, just, I don't know if she has a sinus condition or if she sighs a lot, a little bit of both, but...
Blow your nose.
And then they start speaking to one another in a different language.
Oh!
Thinking themselves clever. Fix. You understand this language. You don't know what it is. But they are asking one another if they are okay. If Inka's asking Glinka what's happening. Glinka's filling her in and then turning and speaking to the other person here and there. And then you see a reaction on Inka, like she kind of almost like she rolls her eyes every time Glinka starts to turn and speak to someone else. And Inka's like, gets Glinka's attention back, and so it seems that Glinka has caught Inka up.
Can I
to what's happening?
Discern the language?
No, that spell really doesn't tell you what the language is. It just you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear, but it doesn't identify what that language is.
Gotcha.
What she needs to, I'll say, Ranvin, you ask Inka who it is that Glinka keeps thinking she's talking to.
Oh, yeah. Inka looks surprised that Ranvin can communicate with her in Dwarvish. Oh, Glinka crazy. Glinka thinks someone there she talks to, nobody there.
Oh.
Has she always been this way?
Oh, yeah. Crazy. Nuts.
Excellent.
And Glinka thumps Inka in the shoulder, kind of backhands her. And they start to tussle, except that instead of thumping, they're kind of hitting each other with shoulders and kicking because it just the DM just remembered that their hands are tied.
No, be nice. Stop it. Stop. Nah. Just like snap at
So they're trying to like scuffle and kick one another and
like angrily or playfully?
Oh yeah, because Inka just insulted Glinka and Glinka isn't having it, and so now they're
okay. Yeah, I'll pull them apart.
I'm guessing they're sisters.
All right. Ranvin, why don't you ask them, if we untie their hands, are they going to behave and show us where these big guys are so that we can help them, or are they going to attack us?
Yeah, so Glinka looks, and then they huddle together, speaking in their second language. And Fix, you can hear them kind of whispering to decide, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And Glinka says, okay, you set us free. We'll take you there, and we will not stab you with our spears if you help us free the slaves from the big, bad, stony men.
Ooh, Ranvin, ask if they'll help us fight the big bad stony men.
Yes.
Is that the truth?
Without hesitation. Of course.
Is that the truth?
We want to be free.
Ooh. All right, so, I mean, like, from what I understand, if we go down there and we let them all out, or, like, at least incite the revolution, they'll help us fight the big bad guys. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm good with this. Let's not give them their weapons until we get there.
Yeah, I'm cool with
Let them
that.
prove themselves useful, and then they can have their weapons back and help us take these guys down.
Right, right.
So you headed back down to the mine, apparently, eh?
Yeah.
Looks that way.
All right.
Off to the salt mines.
Off to the salt mine.
The Mines of Moria?
Right.
I don't think there were any salt there.
Melon. Okay. So you head down the tunnel, and they lead you quickly. The one Glinka always speaking, and Inka will thump her every now and then Inka just, you never, out of the sound of her breathing, Just it's bizarre, and it sounds almost purposeful versus involuntary, like a lot of sighing and smacking her lips and just very odd. And you can see them, they're almost like they're following the salt back. They're stooping low, looking, checking. Every now and then they'll stop and peer down a side tunnel, but it always results, their decisions result in them following the salt trail. And the salt trail, as you get further away from the cavern, there becomes more and more salt crystal on the floor as you make your way closer and closer, winding and twisting. And after at least 30, maybe 45 minutes, they stop. Okay. And they whisper in Dwarvish. And they point, and you see about 30 feet down, there's a side entrance. Down that way is the mines and the cave with the pool, or the big stony guys.
Do we see any of the big stony guys?
Well, you're in the tunnel, and they're pointing toward another side
Oh.
tunnel, and they're saying down that way.
Oops.
All right.
You should
I'm
give
going-
us our spears now.
I'm going to give them their spears back and say,
Glinka snatches it from you, and then she scowls at you and spits on your shoes and begins to tether the rope around her wrist and muttering. And Inca just shakes her head and rolls her eyes and takes her spear. She seems to
yeah,
be
whatever.
a little friendlier.
Viz, would you like to scout ahead, or would you like me to?
I'll do it. So you guys will flit up to the ceiling and melt into the shadows.
Okay, hit me with a stealth.
Stealth check. Stealth check. 19.
Okay.
Ooh!
Yeah, so you do exactly as you described. You kind of flutter up, and again, the ceilings are anywhere from 8 to 12 feet high, depending on the contour. And you can make your way along the ceiling silently and take a right turn, I presume.
Papers.
Okay, so you are looking down a tunnel, much like the other tunnels, maybe a little narrower, closer 4 to 5 feet wide. And it goes about 60, 65 feet and empties into a space beyond.
Okay. Keep going.
And I'm picturing, everything is in shades of gray and black in dark vision. And so the space itself becomes pretty dark. It appears from, as you get closer, that it's a large space. And there's a darkness in the floor about 15, 20 feet in that seems rather large as well. It's hard to make out what it is from, 50, 60 feet away.
I will keep moving it.
Okay, roll perception for me.
Perception. Yeah. That's straight 15.
Okay. So you make your way. How far are you going to go?
As far as I can to see if I can spot or detect anything. I'm going also using my other senses because I have dark or blind sight rather, in addition to dark vision. Blind sight's only 10 feet, but just using my other senses to sort of sense and feel if there's any other entities or creatures about if it gets too dark for my dark vision to take over.
Okay. So you're at the mouth to the cavern, is what you're saying, position-wise?
Being unobtrusive, out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of along the ceiling, and you see a very irregular-shaped cavern. It's about, as you look at it, about 95 feet across. It's large. The ceilings are easily double, if not triple, the ceilings in the hallway. Again, very irregular. And in the center of this cavern is a pool of dark water. 75 feet in length and probably about 60 feet or so in width. The back of the cavern is beyond your dark vision. You see to the right along the cavern wall a number of what look to be like maybe wooden crates or boxes. There's salt all over the floor. You see piles of salt here and there, very, very white, crystalline. Some of it's a little bit smoky, crystalline. And there's probably 5 or 6 different piles of salt, sort of in a perimeter around the pool. You see about, I don't know, probably about halfway down on the, and you're facing, let's see, you're facing north. Hang on. Yes, you're facing north. On the east wall, there's what looks to be kind of a 5-foot wide opening or tunnel. And again, you can't really see the back of the chamber. It's just appears to be the chamber's big enough that it becomes dark before you can see where the back of it is.
Do I hear anything in the chamber?
You do not.
No. All right, I'm going to do a cautious scout of the chamber itself. So keep going in. Despite the fact that I'm flying, I'm going to skirt the lake and keep half an eye on the water.
Okay.
Staying about 10, 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, the pool's about 75 by 60-ish. It's all very irregular, very natural. There is some dripping from the ceiling you can hear now that you're into the room a little bit. You hear some snuffling and scratching. And as you move into the room, you can see that the room is about 130 feet across. There are 2 tunnels in the back of the room. One is kind of in the northwest corner of the room. The other one's in the northeast corner of the room. But again, not symmetrical by any stretch. It's all very natural. There's a hollow, kind of a nook in the back where it looks like you could see like carts and pickaxes and hammers and gear and chains, mining equipment. Roll perception.
Roll perception. That's again another 15.
Okay. You hear the unmistakable sound of pickaxe or hammer upon stone or crystal, kind of the dull thud of cutting through loose material or creating loose material, and the sound, the little small bits and chunks hitting maybe a metal container or some cases the ground. You hear the occasional loud, like a snap crack, very loud. It's an odd sound that doesn't feel like it belongs, like it's a not natural sound, and it's not a mining sound.
Right. Viz is proficient with a whip, and in fact carries one. Does it sound like a whip?
It sounds exactly like a whip. You also see some movement along the eastern wall back towards the back of the cavern. You see a large hellhound kind of pacing, and then beyond it, in the mouth of the northeast cavern, and you're coming in the south wall, right? Mm-hmm. Headed north. You see another one kind of seated on its haunches in the mouth of that tunnel.
Right. So, how tall are how high are the ceilings around these hellhounds?
Everything's running anywhere from 20 to 30 feet. It's very irregular.
Right.
There's no real stalactite, stalagmite. It's just a big open cavern.
Right. And beyond, so it's beyond these hellhounds, and I hear the sounds of working.
Yeah, the further you go into this, and I'm not sure how far in you're going to go, but the further you enter, I'm assuming you pick either the right or the left side around the lake. You tell me. The left side would be west, the right side would be east. You're headed north. But yeah, the deeper you go into this vast cavern, the more pronounced and clearer you hear the hammer and the whips.
Right. Okay.
There are some bones. As you go further in, you start to see some bones scattered about.
Yeah. I'll go in as far as I think. I don't know. I don't know if Viz knows much about hellhounds. Probably not. But just trying to avoid them and being detected by them, and get a sense of where things are in the room.
Okay.
Like if I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you perception again, or perception stealth again.
Stealth again.
Yep.
All right. That's the big 21.
Okay. Okay. So, again, the room is about 95 feet west to east, about 130 feet north-south. Again, it's got the big pool in the middle, very, very dark. There's salt crystals scattered here and there, and then there's probably 2, 4, 6 piles of salt in random kind of locations around. There's trails of salt leading out of the 3 tunnels. Again, there are 2 tunnels in the north wall and 1 tunnel in the east wall. You see a hellhound sitting, probably 10, 15, 20, 50 feet or so from the northeast tunnel, and then there's one sitting in the mouth of the northeast tunnel. They're both sitting on their haunches. You can see they have their noses, like they're guarding, if you had to guess.
They haven't noticed me yet.
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Okay. So there was a northeast and a northwest and northeast tunnel, and then there was an east tunnel as well.
Yep.
How far is the east tunnel from the northeast tunnel?
Oh, it's a good 100 feet.
All right, so I'm gonna cautiously make my way back toward where the party is, around away from the hellhounds.
There's those crates also, like along the east wall.
Yeah,
a bunch of them.
I'm going to assume that they are what our friends here, Blinka, has told us. It's probably crates of salt. Not going to worry too much about them.
They're probably like 3 foot square.
Yeah.
All wooden, like shipping type crate.
And I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to flick down to one of those crates and see if there's any markings on it.
Okay. Give me a. You don't even need an investigation. Roll me a stealth one more time.
Let me stealth it for you one more time. That's 25.
25. Okay, so you stealthily. Okay. You see that symbol that's on stream?
Yeah.
Burned, like branded into the wood.
I don't recognize it, do I?
Viz would not recognize that.
No.
It looks like a flying snake with a circle. It's kind of bizarre.
Okay.
I feel like we saw
Yeah, I think as a party we saw earlier.
That symbol somewhere.
Just once though, 'cause I know Fix has seen it in this campaign because it was on like the coin or something stuck to the tree after we talked about the. Right.
Yeah. So Viz would have seen that. It was on like a badge or a coin or something that was stuck to a tree on the trade road, east-west trade road. And Ranger Harley says it's indicating disabled wyvern parking. That is awesome.
All right.
Ranger Harley, you get advantage, brother.
Yes. So we know that is the Black Network, Zentarum.
Rue knows what that is. And I presume that Rue would have told Viz when you had that conversation about the badge that is.
Yeah, because we talked about the Zens at the dinner with
Yeah.
his lordship.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Viz, you would recognize that as the symbol of the Zentarum, the Black Network.
Right. Having done that, I'm going to go around to the east tunnel.
Okay.
Flying still, and see if there's anything that's detectable down that east tunnel.
Yeah, so the tunnel bends to the left after about 20 feet.
Right.
No, left.
Yes.
You
Correct.
gonna go that way?
I am going to go that way and see
Okay.
what's
Goes
down
another
there.
30 feet and it opens into a cavern. Again, there's salt spilled everywhere. There are wagon tracks or little, like mining cart tracks in the salt.
Right. All right. I'm going to go back to the party.
Okay.
And relay all of this information.
Okay.
So the crates are marked with Zentarum sigil.
Mm.
Presumably crates of salt.
What would they want salt for?
Salt is in the boxes. Salt is in the boxes.
Salt's in the box.
We put it there.
They put it in the boxes.
Right.
Would I have any knowledge of why the Zentarum would want boxes of salt?
You know that the Zentarum trade in almost anything that they can make money on.
So they're likely selling it.
And salt is it's not gold or diamonds, but it's a useful thing to have, depending on what you're doing.
Okay.
Cooking.
Staple commodity. No, not even that. It's just food preservation and
Food preservation. Yep.
Yeah, salt's awesome.
yes. I was going to say the Colonel Sanders secret recipe right there.
Well, this changes things. Maybe.
So there's two hellhounds in the northeast. There's a tunnel. They're on guard. There's work being done up that tunnel.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounded like the sounds were coming from the north end of the chamber. Nothing sound-wise was coming down that east tunnel that you investigated.
But there were wagon tracks in that east tunnel. That may be their egress. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like their way out.
Ronvin, would you ask Linka and Inka, have they seen these big guys talking to anyone else? Yeah, I guess. Like, does it seem like they're working for someone?
We don't see anybody. We just make salt.
I mean, 3 of the big guys and 2 hellhounds would be a pretty decent fight for us, but backed by the Zentarum could be
Right, that would be dipping our toes in
worse.
a little bit too warm of water.
Would you ask Linka and Inka where? Well, I assume it's the mining sounds are where all the people are.
They nod. Yeah. They're probably working them to death. Big stone guys are mean, bossy.
But nobody else is likely to be around. It's just the 3 big guys and the hellhounds.
Yes. Hellhounds make fire. Fire dogs. Fire dogs.
Do you all think that we could get the hellhounds alone and fight them separately first? Get them out of the way?
Depends on how they're trained. I was tempted to pepper them with arrows at range, but I figured that we might want to have a better coordinated attack than just being insanely chaotic.
Well, if we could all sneak up on them, we could do it at once.
I look at this and I go, I'm very impressed. There's the non-chaotic route.
Oh. Well, you know.
This isn't looking quite rough, but he's taken some hits.
Ronvin chimes in. I could heal 3 more times regular and 1 more time a little bit stronger. And she's about halfway.
I look real healthy.
I look healthy but pretty tired.
You've taken a level of exhaustion, haven't you?
No.
No?
But
No, he was just up late last night. Yeah.
I didn't get a long rest,
Yes, that's right.
so I burned all my hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. My thought is to snipe them at range, the hellhounds, and see if we can draw them out into combat. If they go back for reinforcements, though, that's going to be a problem.
Right, I agree.
I mean, I'm game. I'm good at that.
Hold on. Let me look at this.
Fix, what if we used your little ball of darkness?
Right, we could use that. I've also got this scroll, and I pull out a scroll of Cloud Kill. It could do something efficiently, but under the right circumstances.
But everyone in that area is affected.
Right. So if we get them all, just the bad guys together, it'd be great. But
How close do you need to be?
I need to be in 120 feet. But it's a 20-foot like bubble of owies.
Whoa. So most of the chamber is filled with water. There's a pool or lake of sorts in the chamber. The chamber is a good 100, 130, 140 feet long, 95, so 100 feet wide. I could snipe them and see what happens. They may go in and come back with a couple of their keepers.
Mm-hmm.
No slaver is going to leave the slaves unattended, so at least one of them we have to expect will stay back.
Right, if we could all three take shots at one of them at the same time, that would be the most efficient. Because I could shoot an Eldritch Blast, and Rue might throw or shoot the crossbow or something, and you with your daggers. And even Ronvin has the lightning launcher.
Oh, I think you use a short bow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking if we throw your little ball of darkness, that might be something that would intrigue the hounds and make them come investigate.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hit them when they do.
Maybe.
That could work, yeah.
The crates and stuff were at this end of the cavern, right? Like,
Yeah, they were. That cavern goes when you come in. The walls immediately cut away, and they're probably just there's a dozen of them just side by side, lining that eastern wall, and they probably start 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from where the tunnel enters the cavern.
What do you think?
Let's see if
Ronvin
we can
chimes
draw
in
the hellhounds
that
out.
she can fire that lightning launcher 90 feet. So if she
Let's see if we can bring the hellhounds out.
Okay.
Right. Here, Rue, since it's your idea, and I hand him the bag with the darkness thing in it,
Okay.
I think you can throw this more accurately than I could if needed.
Okay. All right. Well then, let's start moving into the room and I'm going to try to stealthily get to where the crates are. I want to hide
Okay.
behind the crates.
What are you doing with your two little friends?
Tell them to stay back. I would
Inca
think.
and Glinka.
Yeah. Let's have them stay back for this part. I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You let us take care of the dogs, and then we'll go deal with the big guys. What do you think?
They kind of nod and look at you like real big eyes.
Good idea.
Then they start to speak to each other in that other language that Fix you can still understand, and they're like, "That's exactly what I was going to say. Is just get the dogs first, and then and they're kind of commiserating together."
I like them.
I'm gonna pull out 2 daggers and flip them around expertly and hand one to each of them.
Okay.
Just a little extra protection for you.
Okay.
I hope
right.
you don't rue that decision.
Okay, so Rue is going to sneak up. What's Viz going to do?
I'm going to stealth as well, but I'm going to get to a position high up in the ceiling, or at least probably 20 or 30 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And I'm angling to get a good, at least 80-foot range, no closer on the hellhounds. I've got a longbow, so that is well within the 150-foot range that I've got.
Okay.
And I would just be stealthing on the ground somewhere that, if the hellhounds came towards us, I could shoot them.
Yeah. I'm going to be over the lake, if that makes any difference.
Okay. You only got to go about 15 feet or so over the lake to be 80-ish feet from the closest hellhound and probably about 95 feet.
Yeah,
maybe 100 feet from the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, Fix, what did you say you were going to be doing?
Just stealthing around on the ground somewhere that, if the dogs were to come towards us, I could see them easily.
Okay, so Ronvin will also come along up the tunnel, and then Rue, you're going to sneak up the tunnel and try to stealth into the room and get over by the crates.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and get stealth rolls for everybody. See how that goes.
No. Oh, no.
24 for Viz.
24 for Rue.
2.
Fix
Two for
trips
Fix.
on the salt box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sneaky.
Okay, and Ronvin also seems to be pretty stealthy. So,
Nice.
Viz, I picture you kind of go and fly up there. Rue, I'm assuming you're kind of leading the people on foot.
Yeah.
You manage to take a hard right once you get inside the room and hug the wall as it turns southward and then begins to bend north again as you're hugging the east wall, and you can come up behind the row of crates. You can't see far enough to see the hellhound from the end of the crates with your 60-foot dark vision.
Okay.
Ronvin's going to pile in right behind you, and then you hear, much to your dismay, the sound of Fix. I don't know if he dropped something or catches his toe on a snag, or maybe he kicks a stone, but you definitely hear a sound, and the two dogs immediately tense.
But I don't see that because I can't see the hounds, right?
But Viz, you see that.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
Okay.
there's also 2 6 or so foot piles of salt between you and the hellhound. Okay, you can definitely see the first one. It's
If these
right at
start
the
to move, I'm
edge.
outta
It's
here.
it's right at the edge of your dark vision, Rue.
My
First-
dark vision?
First pile of salt is. It's probably 4, maybe 6 feet high, maybe 10 feet across. It's just a mound of salt.
Okay,
You,
then
you
I would
can
actually.
you can see that, but you can't see beyond it because it's right at the edge of your dark vision. Rue, you
Then I
are. Sorry, go ahead.
actually, once I'm behind the boxes, then I would continue to stealth and try to get like
Okay.
to one of the mounds of salt.
Okay. Yeah, you and Rue, or gosh, you and Ronvin, words, um, with your stealth rolls can easily get up behind the salt. The only concern you have is your shoes kind of crunch it a little bit, so you're having to
Mhm.
be very careful. Fix, how far into the room did you come once you kind of got into the room and made that sound? Are you going to stop? Are you going to keep coming?
Yeah, I'd probably go a little bit more. Just wherever seemed like an appropriate position where if the plan follows through, then I would be in a good spot. So like if the dogs came over here, I'd be good. Wherever that
Okay.
would be.
Well, you can't tell where the dogs are. You can see the pool of water. Rue, the
Hmm.
pool of water is on your left, only about 10 feet from you. There's
Mhm.
about a 5 foot wide path around the right of the salt pile, and you see the mouth of a tunnel in that east wall. If you peer around, you can see another pile of salt, maybe 5 feet from the east wall. Roll perception.
That
We
is
do-
a 16.
Yeah, you can hear the sniffing.
We have a small problem.
Do we?
Yes. Fix just walked into a pitch black room lit with a light spell.
No, I think it's expired by now, has it not?
Then you're stumbling around in
Oh, I'm
that.
blind.
That whole thing would be you blind realistic. You did something naughty.
Yeah. I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and assume that you decided not to take a lit object into a
Yeah.
pitch black cavern in the name of stealth.
I'd assumed
Yeah.
the spell expired by now.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good. I
So
didn't.
the dogs are on alert, Viz. Yeah, Viz. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll initiative.
Can I see the dogs from where I am now?
Let's see. Barely you can make out the shadow of one of the hellhounds, probably about 15 feet beyond the next salt pile, which is about 20 feet from this salt pile. And he is on all fours. If you recall, Viz described them as sitting on their haunches earlier. Now he's on all fours, and you can see him sniffing. You could see a little bit of light gray smoke wafting from his nostrils. His eyes flicker red as he sniff, sniff, sniff. Ranger Harley just gifted Blind Man Fix an advantage. Thank you, Ranger Harley.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Need that.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I got a 10. I'm gonna go with the pet.
24.
Wow.
Okay, good grief. My initiative rolls are always so bad. Like, consistently awful.
At least it's consistent.
Okay, Fix is a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Viz, you said 24.
Yes, sir.
How'd you do there, Rue?
9.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Viz, you have first action.
All right. Longbow attack. That is an 18 to hit.
Are you hitting the near or the far hellhound?
We'll do the far one.
Okay. Okay, so roll your damage as an arrow buries into the side and you hear a loud yelp.
Yes. That is 9 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Second longbow attack. 16.
That's a hit.
Nice.
And, oh, nice. Max damage. 13 points of piercing damage.
Woo.
Okay. So you bury 2 arrows into this thing as I almost knocked my microphone over. It immediately barks and howls and yelps loudly as it echoes across the cavern. Fix, you're up. I've got you basically behind the first crate, which has you Well, you can't see, so you're
Mm-mm.
just sitting there in the dark behind the crate. You hear the sounds of arrows thudding into flesh and the yelp and chortle and howl of a hellhound that has been struck by arrows. Viz, Rue, and Fix all got advantage. Oh, and so did the DM. Thank you so
Oh.
much, Sorrow's Tale.
Thank you. Yes, I have no idea where these dogs are, huh?
Correct.
Well, I'm just gonna hold an Eldritch Blast
Okay.
if I see something.
Yeah, I got you.
Instead of make a light.
Yeah, very good. Well, and you know by Viz's description of the cavern, it's like 130 feet deep, and you know that your light source is not going to illuminate anything but you.
Yeah.
It'd be a full advantage to your opponent and none to you.
Yeah, I'd just be a target.
Okay, Rue, what you going to do there behind the first salt pile?
So I see both of them, right?
No, you don't. The other one's well past the first
Oh, okay.
hellhound. He's way out of your sight. You just heard him yelp and howl and bark. Viz, you can see it trying to get at the two arrows that are stuck in its ribs.
Oh.
But I think I'm pretty concealed, right?
You're behind a 4 or 5 foot tall, 10 foot wide pile of salt. So from the closest hellhound, yeah, it can't see you where you are.
Okay. So then I'm going to bonus action use my cycle fighting. Natural 18.
Nice.
So that's a 25.
So what do I have to do?
Roll a deception check.
That's an 8.
Okay. And then I'm going to shoot the hellhound closest to me.
Okay, so you'd have to step out from behind the salt. The cleanest line you'd have to go to the left. And if you stepped out to the left, you'd have a direct line of sight to him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45 feet.
Do I have advantage for shooting from hiding?
Well, you're behind. Picture this salt thing. You'd have to step out to even see the guy. So I don't know how you would fire from behind the pile of salt, other than to bury an arrow into said pile of salt.
Okay. So
does that make sense? And there's another pile of salt between you and the hellhound. So you'd literally have to step out and be fully out in the open in order to even have a line of sight to shoot it.
Okay. Then I'll just I'll do that.
Okay.
So that is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So I get sneak attack because I succeeded on full fighting. Ooh, that's not great. 7, 8. That is 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Big hurty.
So you bury an arrow in its shoulder, and it too begins to yelp and howl.
And then I'm just going to move back behind this wall.
Okay. Very good. It definitely has drawn a bead on you. It looks in your direction and growls.
Mm-hmm.
And we are now to Ronvin, who is with you at the salt. She will also step out and do the pew pew lightning launcher.
Nice.
1 action, simple ranged. Node. Yeah, so this node, gem-like node, kind of glows on the chest of her armor and fires this bolt of lightning. And she gets 2 attacks per action, so she will do that twice. Okay, that's a big hit. And another hit. So that's D6 plus 3 is 5, and then 5 more is 10. And then it says here, once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra D6. Ooh, that's a 6. So yeah, so she hammers this thing with lightning, and it just illuminates. And so Fix, all of you are kind of like partially blinded a little bit. The the brightness of the lightning against the dark vision that you've been, well accustomed to. The whole chamber, it crackles and you can smell burnt flesh and fur as the dog continues to yelp and howl loudly. And that brings us back to the top. And that is Viz.
Great. I will put another 2 arrows into the far one.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, I didn't give them their turn. Sorry about that.
Oh,
My bad. Hold that hit. That is a hit.
okay.
So near one, I feel like Grover. Near, far. The near one bolts in the direction of Rue and Ronvin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh, is he a Muppet?
And comes around the salt and is staring at you. And it growls and can't get close enough to bite you, but it's right there. So next round it'll be melee. The other one also moves in the direction the lightning came from. And Viz, it's about 40 feet from you now. It's kind of right beside the salt pile, in past the second salt pile in front of Rue and Ronvin.
Yep.
They're both down and to your right. Now you may make your fire.
Okay, so that was 19 to hit.
You hit, 19 hits.
And that's 13 damage. Ooh. Second attack is a 23.
That'll hit.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Okay, it's looking really rough, man. You broke one of its legs with an arrow, and it's limping a front leg. Another arrow chunked into its chest, almost fletching deep. And it's salivating and growling and so forth. And it, without having spent its action, will breathe fire in the direction the arrows are coming from, in a 15-foot kind of a cone. So the whole chamber is lit up, and Fix, you can see a straight line from where you are, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 80 feet away. You see this hellhound illuminated with 3 arrows in it, a broken leg, and fire belching from its nostrils and its mouth. If you wish to expend your held action.
Yeah, may I please? I'll shoot my 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yep.
No. Oh, no. A 1 and a 3, which makes the high one a 7.
Yeah, that's
a 10.
That's a miss and a miss.
I roll stinky today.
And I will let you, if you wish to shoot at the one that was on Ronvin and Rue, that one was partially illuminated in the flame, lit by the other one's fire, but either way you missed.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. So Viz, was there anything else besides your 2 excellent arrow shots?
No, just making sure that I'm staying out of range of these hellhounds' breath weapons, because
you're
we've seen them in action.
Very easily you could tell that there ain't no way. Okay, so Fix, it is now your turn. That action you took was a held action from the previous.
Yeah, can I shoot Eldritch Blasts in the direction of where I saw the fire? I'm assuming it'll be at disadvantage, but I'll shoot 2 more that way.
Yes, you may.
Yeah. The first one will be a 10. And the second one will be a 20-something. It's a natural 20 and a 16.
Okay, so that'll hit. Yep.
Yeah.
The second one hits.
I'll take that.
And describe for me how you end this hellhound. Is this... I don't recall what your Eldritch Blasts look like. So give us a good description.
These are just like Fix's just gonna like point and it just 2 little green shoots of energy just launch out, and the first one goes wide and lights it up, and he's like, "Oh, okay, now I can aim." And then it adjusts.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
bonk it.
You hit this thing right square in the head and drop it. And it.
Which one are you shooting at?
The far one.
The one that breathed the fire.
Yeah, the far one. And it drops and bursts into flames and begins to burn and smolder. Okay. It is Rue's turn. You have immediately in front of you, actually to your left, a rather angry, arrow-filled hellhound. The temperature has gone up immensely around you. This thing has got smoke coming from its nostrils and mouth, the gaping maws dripping saliva, yellowed fangs, ears pressed flat against his black, coal-black fur, red, glowing eyes.
All right, I'm going to expend an advantage
Ooh.
to try to kill this thing on my first stab.
Mm-hmm.
You look puzzled.
I'm waiting for you to roll your dice
Oh,
and tell me.
okay, no.
I'm like,
making sure. That is a natural 20.
okay. Roll me some damage.
Oh boy. And I have insightful fighting up on this guy, which means I get sneak attack, which gets doubled. Oh boy. Okay. So that is 6, 11, 29, 31, 36, 37, 41 points of damage.
41 points of damage. Describe for me how you
Yes.
end this guy with a mighty stab of your rapier. Short sword. Whatever it is.
As it's coming around the salt, I think Fix's blasts distracted a little bit, and it looks away. And just as it's turning its head back towards me, I just catch it right in the face with my short sword, and just all the way into its head.
Nice. Yeah, and then it falls and it bursts into flame and begins to incinerate. The smell of burning hair and flesh as you drop the other hellhound. Viz, roll me perception.
Perception check. What you see, Viz?
15.
Okay. Go on. It is, let's see, Ronvin's turn. I think she'll hold an action and kind of look at everybody like, what do we do now? Because the quarry, your foes, have dropped. And so it is the Hellhound's turn, but they are sadly deceased. But you hear the grating and grinding of stone on stone, and the thumping and like the stomping of I don't know what it's like, stone smashing on stone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And around the other side of the salt pile emerges a 6'5" Groot-looking stony guy with a huge scimitar in his right hand. He's got some notches taken out of him. And Fix, you hear rather loudly in a language you understand. You don't know why you understand it, but you hear him speak in Infernal, calling infidels, intruders, they've killed the hounds. And he raises his scimitar. I'm just going to go odds and evens to see if it's Rue or Ronvin who takes the attack.
Oh no.
I didn't say who was odd or even first, so let me try that again. Rue, you'll be odd, and Ronvin, you'll be even. Okay, it's you, Rue.
I am pretty odd.
7 is a dirty 20.
That is.
Alrighty.
That is 10, and that is 10 slashing.
Okay.
And then you need to make a con saving throw.
That would be a 7.
Okay, you take 7 necrotic from this blow. Just this cold, achy sensation spreads through your body where you were hit with this giant scimitar as this guy stands over you.
So I will uncanny dodge. Does that have just the 10, I guess?
How does it read? Because it's
Let me
all
see
coming from one
here.
attack. It's all coming from the sword blows, so I would think that it would have all of it.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's
Yeah,
damage
that's right.
against you.
Because he only made one attack.
Okay.
It's an extra. It's an extra feature, if you will, of his sword attack.
Okay.
Is the necrotic damage.
So it's 9 points of damage then instead of 17.
Okay. Very good. We are back to the top of the order. Viz, you see emerging from the tunnels at the far end two of these large Groot-looking. They're very spiny, very long arms. The arms are almost too long, proportionally. Very much, slender, ripped, kind of muscular, but they look to be made of stone and sparkly. They each have this huge iron scimitar, almost coated in sparkles. And they have these like giant three-toed Groot feet at the end of these big, tall Groot legs, and they're all probably about 7 feet tall, and they are quickly making their way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 59, 60. Quickly making their way 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So one is even with the salt pile that's 20 feet in front of Rue Ranvan and one of these big dudes, and the other one's about 10 feet behind him, rushing to where they saw the Hellhounds go down, wielding scimitars. And it is your turn, Viz.
How far away are they from me?
One is about, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, and the other one's 60.
15, 60. The one that's 50, I'm going to fly my full 30 feet movement and get within 20 feet of him. And I'm going to use my bracer of daggers and whip 2 daggers at him.
Okay.
So the first attack is 17.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, this is magical damage, even though there's no specific pluses to it. So it's
Right, it's a magical weapon, yeah.
It's a magical weapon, so it's 9 piercing damage. And the second attack is a 19. And that does, that's 10 piercing damage.
Same guy?
Yeah, same guy.
Okay. Beep, beep, a couple of those energy bolt daggers, almost like magic missile, just pound into the guy, and you see little chips and sparks chip off of him. Anything else?
No.
How close are you getting to that one that you attacked, the nearer one?
20 feet. I'm hovering over the lake,
Right.
or the
Okay.
water.
So you're kind of on the eastern edge of the water, about 20 feet. You're probably 5 feet or so still over the water, and that puts you about 20 feet from him.
Yeah.
He's to your northeast.
Oh.
Okay.
I might actually be a bit higher up than that, but just as long as the diagonal is 20 feet.
Yep, I got you. Okay. Fix, you are up.
It's still dark in here, right?
It is quite dark in here, yes.
All right. Well, I'll start my turn by grabbing my hand axe and speaking the command word with my bonus action.
Nice.
So I'll light up, I think it's 40 feet. Or I think it's 40 feet of bright and 40 feet of dim.
Okay.
Yeah, so 80 feet worth of light. And
Okay, so what do you see for your 80 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay, you see both of them. They're about 10 feet apart. The furthest one is about 75 feet from you. The other one's about 65 feet from you. They're making for the salt pile that has also a third one that just attacked Rue.
So there's a third one that just attacked Rue and then 2 that are on the way here.
Yep. And the third one that attacked Rue is looking pretty rough. It's notched. There's chunks missing from it. It's looking pretty bad.
I'll move maybe 10 feet towards the 2 coming towards us and then shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one next to Rue.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have a direct line then of about 40 feet.
All right.
So you could easily plink him with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So here's the first one. Bad. And the second one, good. Okay, so the first one is a 9, and the second one is an 18.
So the 18 hits.
Nice. We'll take it. Ooh. I believe that's 10 points of force damage.
Okay. Describe for me what happens when your Eldritch Blast takes this thing down.
I guess it'd be like, reaching up to swing again at Rue and just like, poof, and it just knocks him to the side or over with however much force the force blast delivers.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Awesome.
Cool. Oh, boy. And then at the end of my turn, I'm just going to have my book start to float next to me and then end my turn.
Excellent. All right, so that ends Fix. That brings us to Rue. So Rue, you could hear the sounds of battle. You see everything is lit by firelight as Fix is standing there wielding a hand axe that appears to be flaming, which seems really cool. I like your little riddle there. You're behind a salt pile. The one dude just went down. You know something's coming from beyond the salt pile, but you don't have line of sight to it because of this big pile of salt.
Yep. So I'm going to come around the salt.
Okay, you see, as soon as you step from behind, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away is one, and then 30 feet away, kind of diagonal behind him, is the other one. The first one appears to be a little injured. Like there's some chunks have been taken off of him.
Can I get around this guy, like without coming within his combat range?
Sure. The lake is about 10 to 15 feet to his right, your left as you're looking at him. You could run around either side of him and avoid him. There's another salt pile that you would be having to contend with. If you take the lake side, you're going to be running right in the direction of the other guy because he's, 2 squares toward the lake and 2 squares behind the first guy. So you'd be running kind of a dead run right at big guy number 2 who has not yet been engaged in combat.
And I can't get by that guy, can I?
How far do you want to move? You've moved
If
5.
if I do this, I would like to use my action, bonus action, and dash. So I'd be moving, 90 feet.
Oh, hell, you could go right past him without risking an opportunity attack.
Perfect. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to turn back towards where we came in, and I'm going to go, Inca, you're up. And then I'm going to dash past these 2 towards the exit at the far end, 90 feet.
Do you speak Dwarven?
Nope.
All they're going to hear are their names. Yes,
yeah.
they will hear their names.
I figure they can figure it out from there.
You hope.
Yep.
I think he's saying to run.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
So you're going to make basically a 90-foot beeline straight back.
Yep.
Which is actually at an angle because you're kind of on the east wall. And you're going to angle toward the center of the room to avoid coming in contact with those guys. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50. Do you want to put a salt pile between you? 90 feet, actually, you can't even go 90 feet. You can go about 70 feet and still have line of sight. And you'd be on their side of the big salt pile, and you'd have easy line of sight. And you'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet from the closest one.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. All right, so you see Rue just hightail it past them. And that used up all of your options, right? That was bonus action, and dash.
Yep.
So Ronvin steps out and growls something in Dwarven. And your comprehend languages is down, by the way, Fix. It only lasts for an hour. And she's going to light this guy up with her little cool lightning launcher. So that gem in the center of her armor, her breastplate glows. And lightning bolt number 1. Oh, with a 17. That's a good roll.
Oh,
So that's a 23. Lightning bolt number 2, the 15, also hits.
nice.
So that'll be 8. And 4 is 12, and then the extra d6 is 17. Okay. So you see these lightning bolts just blast into this guy's chest, and she will 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to retreat back toward Fix and be right beside the last couple of crates. And try to kind of duck behind him for partial cover. That was Ronvin. Here comes Salty Guys. Salty Guy. Ends his turn 10 feet in front of Ronvin with his giant scimitar in both hands, but he only has 5 feet reach, so he is unable to do anything. So he will snap his fingers and laugh, and this globe of darkness envelops him and Ronvin.
Can I counterspell that?
You can certainly try.
Sure, yeah. Should I roll a d20?
Let's see here. Okay, so to counterspell, what level are you casting that at?
3rd.
Okay.
Only level I can cast.
3rd level or lower. Oh, yeah. The darkness never really happens. It starts to, and then it just like a cloud just wafts away, and he snarls something. I'll kill you. In Infernal. At you, Fix. The other one is going to turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And end its turn within 10 feet of you, Rue.
Within 10 feet of me?
Yeah. Remember, you ended 40 feet from it. He turned and ran 30 feet.
Okay.
Viz, you are up. You are, as the crow flies, to the southeast is a guy 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. To the northeast is a guy 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet.
Which one's my original target?
The closer one that's right in front of Ronvin.
Okay. I'm going to keep hammering at him then with throwing magical daggers. And that's 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's 3, 5, 8, 10 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 22. And that's, oh, nice. That's 9 damage. Oh, sorry, 11 damage, I should say.
Okay. Yeah, looking rough. I know. Taking some chunks.
And I will, if I can sort of drift, keeping him in a 20-foot range, but get closer to the further guy.
Well, they're up. They're literally, you're in a straight line between them, so to get closer to one guy is to get farther from the other. There's no real triangulation situation happening here for you.
Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, I do have advantage being over the lake, but yeah, I see what you mean. That's fine. I'll stand pat then.
Yep, okay. Fix, you're up. Closest one to you is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 10 feet in front of your companion, Rue. Ronvin. God.
I can get to Ronvin with my movement, right?
Oh, easy.
And
Ronvin's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet from you.
with the 80 feet that my axe is producing worth of light, can I see the other one?
No.
Hmm.
Even
But I
across the
know.
pool, 5, 10, 15, 20. Nah. Nope. It's
Okay.
just beyond your firelight.
I know what direction it was in, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Ronvin and presumably not enter and then leave opportunity attack radius, and just stick out my hand and be like, "Come with me." Smile to Ronvin.
Where are we going?
Just grab my hand,
Okay.
and then I'll like holster my axe while it's burning, assuming it doesn't burn me.
She grabs your hand.
Yeah, and I'll reach up and just rip a page out of my. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say it extinguishes when you reholster your axe.
That's fine. I'll just reholster it and then rip a page out of my book and then cast Thunderstep. Just 80 feet that way.
Nice.
Towards where the other one was.
Yeah, okay, so from where you are...
And so we just poof out and then the page just...
75 feet away, I'll be damned. So you got one 10 feet in front of you and one 75 feet away.
Cool.
So they're both within your Thunderstep.
No, it's just one 10 feet away from space we left. But
Oh,
300
really?
feet worth can hear it.
Oh, okay, I thought... When you
No,
wanted to know 80 feet, I thought they were both.
I just didn't know if I could see the other one so I wouldn't land like on top of it.
Yeah, you can see them.
Okay. But yeah, we just shoot that way.
Well, actually, you can't because you extinguished your axe.
Yeah.
But if you go straight ahead, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
80 feet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you do some damage.
Yeah, he makes a con saving throw, the one we left. And then if he fails it, he takes 3d10. And then half as much on a success. And the save is
I got
15.
18 on the die.
That is good
Plus
enough.
4 is 22.
Ooh, that's real good.
I mean, the
All right,
dude's
so he's going to take...
kind of like made of some kind of like stone type stuff.
Mhm.
So he's got a pretty good con.
half of 12, which is 6.
So 6 damage.
6 thunder damage.
Nice.
And we're that way.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, all right, I'm blind again.
Anything else?
No. That's all I got.
All right. That'll be Rue's turn. Rue, you got a dude 10 feet in front of you. What are you going to do?
Okay. So I'm between him and the far door. Is that right?
There's 2 tunnels on the far wall, both at your back. I presume you're facing this guy. Because you ran past him, and then he ran towards you. You ran in the direction of the far wall where the 2 tunnels are.
Right.
Passing him, which put him behind you.
Right.
If you turn around, he's coming towards you.
Right.
So the doors are, you're between him and the 2 tunnels.
Yes. Okay. And how far am I from the closest tunnel?
25 feet to the mouth of that tunnel. Actually, you're almost equidistant between the 2 tunnels. And there's a pile of salt right to your north.
Oh, I passed one of the tunnels already?
No. Well, you're running straight. The tunnels are on 2 different ends of the north wall.
Right.
You didn't run along the north wall to pass a tunnel. You
Okay.
ran straight through the center of the room because those guys have always been between you and the north wall. When you passed them, you weren't running. You were running toward the center of the room, not around the side where the tunnels are. You're running along the pool because there's salt piles and stuff that would have kept you from doing that.
Okay. I'm just gonna go at this guy and attack him.
Okay. Before you do that, let me just make sure you know what's happening. If you turn and face the back wall, there's tunnel there, pile
Yeah.
of salt. If you turn around, there's pissed off stony guy 10 feet from you. Each tunnel is 25 feet on an angle from your position. Does that make sense better?
Okay. Yeah.
When you
okay.
face him, those tunnels are behind you. You made a straight beeline in the direction you ran. You did not run along any walls.
Right.
That's
Okay,
right.
you know what? Then I'll just keep going in the same direction I was.
Okay.
I'm not turning around. I'm
Just gonna
I'm
keep running.
heading towards the closest tunnel.
Okay. You're
Commit to it.
equidistant. You're gonna probably run straight. I don't think you're gonna take a
Yeah,
hard right.
that's fine.
How far are you gonna go? 20,
Um,
25 puts you in the tunnel mouth.
yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
And I'm looking down the tunnel to see what I see.
Yeah, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. At about 20 feet, it bears right, and it's hard to see beyond that.
All right, then I'll go another 30 feet.
Okay, so you bear right, and there's about 10 more feet of tunnel, and it opens into a chamber. There's salt, all over the floor. There's cart tracks in the salt. You hear the pounding of hammers and picks.
But I'm not seeing anybody yet.
Nope.
All right, I'll just keep going another 30 feet.
Okay. At 15 feet, you'll be, basically 5 feet into the room. And if you look to your left, you'll see 4 of those very same little gray people chipping away at the walls. And you see salt all over around on the, they're mining salt. There's a couple of carts, shovels, picks, hammers.
Mhm.
They're in there mining away.
Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You still have 15 feet of movement if you wish.
No, I want to stop as soon as I see them and just yell at them. Hey!
Okay.
And I'm just going to lift my sword, like brandishing it, like let's fight type of a thing, but not like at them, and then like charge back towards the big
Okay,
guys.
you have
Like, trying
15.
to suggest like let's go fight.
So you have like 15 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So you left. So basically what you did is you moved 15 into the room, and then turn around like trying to lead a charge out of the room.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what our 11 intelligence will allow here.
Oh man.
They're all thinking this wall looks pretty good right now.
They have their ankles are shackled
Oh.
with chains, but they have freedom of movement. But they're not gonna,
Okay.
if they try to run top speed, they're gonna fall on. If they were to dash, it would be ugly, right?
Okay.
They can still move, but they're it's kind of like being hobbled, or like a restraining bolt on an android, for instance.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's do this. Are you gonna persuasion, perhaps?
I can try.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, we'll give it a shot. Can I, before I look at this, I'm going to burn an advantage on this.
Okay.
Just because. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is a. Where is it? Persuasion. That's a 23.
Okay. What's your max persuasion? If you got a 20, what would you have gotten?
25. I've
Okay.
rolled a natural 18.
Shit. Two of them grab their hammers and look at each other, and they look at the other guy, and one guy's like wiping drool off his mouth, and the other one stands there hopping up and down.
Yeah.
But the two of them are coming with you, or at least they head in your direction,
Right.
brandishing their hammers, yelling, looking at each other. Not sure why they're yelling, but they're coming with you.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that would end your turn
Yeah.
because you basically burned all that movement. And
Yep.
that's awesome.
I'm gonna get bonked.
Okay, so that was Rue, right?
Mhm.
So Ronvin is going to Okay. She's going to fire off 2 of those lightning bolts at the far, far, far away guy
Nice.
who's clear over where you just left him, the one that you just thunder smacked or whatever.
Sucker.
Gosh, she's rolling like a champ. That's a hit and a miss. So that's 4 and 3 is 7, and then I think it's once per turn when you hit. Yes. Extra D6, 7 is 12. Okay, yeah, this dude's looking rough, man. So it's just 2 arcs of lightning, and you see bits of stone and whatever this thing is made of kind of blow off of it. And it is their turn.
Has there been any sign of Glinka and Inca yet?
You're down that tunnel. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Rue,
Yes, sir.
you are now face to face with big stony guy in this tunnel.
All right.
7 feet tall, scimitar. Big dude. Okay. Because he double moved in there. The other guy
What you gonna do, buddy?
is toe to toe with Fix.
Oh no.
Rue is just kind of
That's
behind
not
you,
good.
beside you. But he had to double move to get there,
That's fine.
and so that's his turn. But he's wielding
That's
a
the
pretty
injured one?
gnarly. Yeah, that's the one that you guys have been hammered on.
Aw.
You hear yelling from the far end of the cavern. Viz, you would see Glinka and Inca
Yes.
entering, brandishing their spears, their hooked spears, as they run into the room. And they're yelling in some unintelligible language, but it sounds a lot like a battle cry. Yeah, so we're up to the top of the order, and that's Viz.
All right. So we got poor little Fix there facing down against the guy I've been hammering away on, so I'll just keep doing that. With my thrown daggers. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh.
It'll hit.
And that is 9 damage. Piercing, magical.
Mm.
Okay.
Second hit is a 17.
Okay.
And that is another 9 damage.
Describe for me how you end this guy at exactly the right number of hit points.
Oh.
And just a pair of flashing black daggers take the thing in the head, and then as it spins around the chest, and it just collapses to the ground in a pile of rock.
Salt rock.
Okay. And that's
Well, I'll
it,
kill
man.
you.
Just a big... This thing just kind of falls apart, crushes in front of you, Fix. You have to kind of step aside to avoid being hit with chunks. As, you know, it just kind of loomed up out of the darkness, and then it, for all intents and purposes, kind of exploded right in front of you.
Nice.
When you get stung with little bits of salt and stone and so
I
forth.
will take my movement to move toward the other one that was moving to the north wall.
Okay, yeah, he went and disappeared down the northwest tunnel, so 30 feet of flight.
30 feet of flight.
You just cleared the edge of the pool. You're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet from the mouth of that tunnel.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I can do. So that's it for me.
Very good. Okay. That brings us to Fix.
Is it going to be an action to reach in my pocket?
No, I'm going to say that is a free action to interact with an object.
Yeah, I'm going to see what's so weird about my pocket. Why it's warm.
What has it got in its pockets? Yeah, so
What's
you
in
reach
the
your
pockets?
hand in there, in your trouser pocket, and you feel about a 2-inch, very, very smooth, hard, sort of egg-shaped. It feels like almost like glass or rock. You're not sure, but it is hot.
Hmm.
It is very warm. It's almost uncomfortable. Like you're pretty sure there might be a red welt on your thigh where
Oh,
it
ow,
was
ow.
where it was resting against your leg. It's like, ow,
Mm-hmm.
damn it, kind of hot. And you pick it up and it like fits in the palm of your hand, like it was made for the palm of your hand, and it's humming, not audibly, but you could feel it vibrating. And I don't mean vibrating like a sander, or a jackhammer, but it's a very rapid. If it made waves, they'd be very low in amplitude, but very
Mm.
close together. Kind of just a humming vibration, very noticeable as you hold it. But it is hot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
That's your
then,
free action.
yeah, and then I'll use my bonus action to go grab my axe and light it once again, and
Okay.
hopefully see the big rock guy.
You see Viz is floating in the air
Well, hey, Viz.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet to your west. And he is fluttering in the direction of the Northwest Passage. Not the famous Northwest Passage, but the Northwest Tunnel in this cavern,
Oh, okay.
which is quite a
Almost
ways away
got
from you.
mistaken.
And there's kind
Can I
of
see?
two big piles of salt kind of roughly between you and that tunnel.
Mhm.
And then
So I can't
there's
see in
also
the
a tunnel almost due north of you that you could see down into that. And that only goes about 15 feet and empties into a cavern of some sort. And then you have Ronvin standing right beside you like, oh shit, hot axe. Cool, but wow, hot.
Sorry. I'll move away from you.
Flaming axe.
Sorry. I can't see the other big rock dude, can I?
He's not visible.
I'll just follow Viz then. So I'll run 30 feet that way.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That puts you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet from the mouth of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
About the same distance Viz is. Viz is.
This is.
Ronvin will also 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. She makes it to the mouth of the tunnel. Double moves. I skipped Rue. So, Rue, go ahead and take your turn now. You have this big, gnarly, about 7 foot tall dude with a scimitar. Like in the
Big
space
boy.
in front of you. You are in melee.
All right, dude, let's dance. I am going to bonus action insightful fighting. Natural 18.
Yes.
You said charisma, right?
Yep.
That's a 12. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that a save?
Double check. I don't think so.
No, you
Deception
said it's deception. My bad. It's just the charisma mod then.
Deception check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then I will burn an advantage. And
You hear this horrible, hateful, profane, low in your mind as this thing looks at you. It's very clearly not audible. It is in your mind.
Excellent.
That's not good.
I will look at him and say, "Same to you." And then I'm gonna try to kneecap this guy.
Aw.
That is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Excellent. Attack. 13, 14. That is 19 points of damage.
19 damage. Okay. Nice. Anything else? Is that
That's it.
okay? Let me roll for initiative for our little friends here.
Good.
Little friends, freaking yeah!
Stream cat.
I have so many freaking windows open right now. It's just ridiculous. Okay.
Like that. What's Stream Kitty doing?
Okay. They run up behind you with their hammers,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of stop, and their eyes, they're like right beside you or with you in this tunnel, and their eyes get really, really big. And then they see you take a chunk out of this, and they stand there, confused, scared, and it is Ronvin's turn. She will round the corner 5, 10, 15 and see Stony Guy and you and the little other guys and blast it with 2 lightning bolts. That is a 9 on the die. That's a 15. Ooh, that's a hit. And that's a hit. Man, this girl is on fire. 16. 3 is 19. As she blasts it with 2 big lightning bolts and the hair on your arms, and you see the little dudes, they're all furry, like little remember Grizzly Adams, all the hair everywhere, and their hair kind of all stands out and then goes back down from the static electricity, and their eyes get really big, and they start inching their way back down the tunnel, albeit brandishing their mining hammers, picks, but this dude is going to take a swipe at you. We're in about an 8-foot. I'm going to give him a -2 to hit you because of the size of his scimitar on a 7-foot frame. He's a big dude. He's a little bit cramped. So
Yeah.
first swing is a 19.
Yes.
No.
Second swing is higher than that.
No.
So that's 15 slash. And then a
Cunning, whatever it is.
You have to do a con
that
save. You got to make
first.
2 con saves.
Oh man.
That is an 11 on the first.
Nope. So 3 necrotic.
14 on the second.
And nope. So 11 necrotic total. 16 and 11 is how much? 27.
Yeah.
7.
So you just got
Ouch.
sliced.
That was all one attack.
No. It would have been 12 and 3 is 15 on the first one and 12 on the second.
Okay, so 7 and 12 is 19.
Yeah, you get uncanny dodge. I forgot.
Uncanny dodge. That's what I was trying to say.
I started tallying your damage together. I got to remember that, not to do that with you. Okay. Yep. So this guy just kind of awkwardly hacks at you with the scimitar and gets you twice. Strong, brutish, and he's growling. This whole time in your mind, you just hear him saying things that you'd swear he's trying to bend your will to him or something. But yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
Glinka and Inca.
Yeah.
10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Still coming. It'll be a little while. Okay, back to the top, and we are to Viz.
Right. Am I within 20 feet of this guy?
You can't see him. He's down the tunnel. You can barely see Ronvin, who's about 10 feet in the tunnel. You're still about 30 feet from the tunnel.
I'll do my full movement up to the tunnel then.
Okay. They are around the corner from you. You do not have line of sight on this guy. The tunnel goes about 15-ish feet and then turns hard right.
All right, I will use dash action instead of an attack and move in on this guy.
Okay. How close do you want to get? You can see him at 15 feet. You'd be basically 5 feet closer than Ronvin.
15 feet's close enough.
Okay.
And I'll try to look to be the more dangerous of the targets.
Hey, you, mister! Don't piss me off! I could just see you back there flitting around.
Don't hit my friend.
Pretty much. And that's my turn.
You hear in your mind, very crudely, exit this Mine or die. Both of you hear that. That ends Viz. That puts us to Fix. Fix, you've seen Ronvin and Viz go down the tunnel. You can barely see Ronvin from where you are. You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet from the mouth of the tunnel. 30 feet.
Yeah, I'll just dash and move 60 feet into the tunnel.
Okay.
Go as far as I can.
That'll put you in melee with big giant guy.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
It's getting a little snug here in the tunnel.
It is.
Okay, that was it. Double move. Rue, you are up.
That's all I got.
And in
All
fact,
right.
I'll give you this advantage. I will let you know what the two little guys are doing before you
Okay.
decide what you're going to do. They have left the building and went back into the chamber.
No.
They've done it sort of slowly backing away, and they're saying things that you can't understand.
Yeah. That's the two that I
Yeah.
went and got, right? No,
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stab this guy.
Stabby.
Yeah. So, first attack, pretty good. That's a 19 to hit,
19 hits.
and my insightful fighting is still up. 8, 10, 11. That is 16 points of damage.
Okay. Another chunk of rock. Some of the salt sprays off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to disengage and run into the room. So bonus action disengage.
Cunning action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, how far are you going in?
30 feet.
You going just straight back to the back wall then? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm running into the big room where
Well,
the water is.
Oh, that means you're going to get an attack of opportunity because everybody's between
Disengage.
you and that room.
Yeah, but I
Disengage.
disengaged.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse
Yep.
me, pardon, down the tunnel, excuse me.
I'll just slide under his
Sucking it in,
legs.
pardon me, excuse me. Okay, so 30,
Move,
5,
Figs.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so you're basically out at the tunnel mouth.
Yep.
Okay. That's it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, so he's going to try to whirl, and Ronvin is going to try to blast this guy with a couple more lightning blasts.
Nice.
Oh, that's a miss and a natty 20.
Ooh!
So let's tally that up. 6, 9, 4 is 13, 6 is 19 lightning damage. Okay, so looking rough. And then she's going to, seeing you exit, she's going to back out 5, 10, 15. That was Ronvin, right? Okay, so Fix, you're in there, and this guy's like right in front of you, and you hear in broken common, "Prepare to die, little one,
Oh.
or give yourself up now and die a slow death working in the mines." And he's going to take a couple swings at you.
Before that, I'd be like, I speak Infernal, like back in Infernal. And then,
He's like,
now I'm gonna get slapped.
"Oh, that's a natty 1
Ooh, good.
and a 3. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious, are you lucky, man? You were about to get hacked. My goodness, that was
Nah, I'm
lame.
good. Bring it
That
on.
was real lame. You hear him yell back to the miners, "Keep working. I'll kill anyone I find laying around." In broken common. It is Glinka and Inca. 5,
Yeah. Inca and Inca.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. G and I. Okay, so they're up near Ronvin. They're almost there. Been double moving this whole time. Okay, Viz, you're 10 feet from this dude. Fix is between you. You saw him very awkwardly try to attack Fix with his giant scimitar to no avail.
Dave, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, you're
So
muted.
dagger. First attack's 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and that is 9 damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a natural 20,
Oh.
and that is max damage plus rolled. That's 7. Plus 5 is 13. Plus 2 is 15 damage.
All right, describe it for me.
The dagger takes him in the throat and sends him spinning away,
Yeah, so he spins and just
pumping out
Falls,
whatever lifeblood
breaking.
he has.
breaking apart. This guy seems to be very scaly, but there is flesh over there, and there is blood, but they're very much studded with all these salt crystals, and they're very kind of lizardy, but it looks a lot like stone. And so it grows quiet except for the tap, tap, tap of the miners' hammers.
Oh.
What do you do?
Viz will land on this dead guy's head and whip out his rapier with a flourish and stand there in a heroic pose, with the point of the rapier buried into the creature's head, looking very smug.
Good job, Viz. We should probably let the slaves know they're no longer slaves if we're done killing the big rock people.
Yeah, I'll look on this guy that I just dropped for keys or anything useful.
Roll investigation.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna walk past him and try and get to the miners.
Okay. You see 4 of those same gray people, Glinka and Inca, come rolling in,
Yeah.
chattering away.
Dirty 20 on the investigation.
Okay. You find that this guy has the only thing you really get are there's like these tattoos that are etched all over his arms and his chest and his back, and they depict stacks of coin and piles of gems, but they're not brightly colored. Like, you have to look close to see it, the patterns. They're not dissimilar from his skin tone. You see, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like this run-down, desolate city of simple stone buildings. Looks like it's been abandoned, yet there's like wafts of, you don't know if it's gas or smoke coming up from the ground. It's this weird scene that's tattooed on this guy's chest. Very strange.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I'm gonna follow behind Fix and kind of motion for Runvin to come as well.
Yeah, to translate.
Yeah.
Okay. Glinka and Inca, actually Inca went down the other tunnel, and before too much time passes, there are 10 of these little dudes and the party in the mining chamber that that you right near where you just killed this big dude.
Ronvin, could you tell them that the big guys are no longer a problem, nor are the dogs?
Yeah, a lot of those things are like, kind of got their hammers, like they're very concerned, like they're being very suspicious of you. A couple of them poked at the big guy, and they're like celebrating a little bit, but they don't look terribly trustworthy of you. And Glinka and Inca are, furiously talking at them and trying to get them to calm down. And they're also just trying to, again, keep them from rioting because they don't know who you are.
I would put my axe away and light up a button or something again. A little bit less threatening.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to one of their shackles and start working on picking it.
Okay.
Picking the
Well, that's a
lock
much
on it.
better idea than
Yeah,
I had.
let's use your thieves' tools.
I'm gonna watch and cheer him on. Not gonna help. I'm gonna cheer.
Okay, so this is what, dexterity plus proficiency? Is that right?
I believe that's thieves' tools, yeah. And are you expertise in thieves' tools or no?
Good question. I don't think that I am. No. So that is 16, 19.
Okay. Yeah, the first set of shackles. Yep.
This will also start doing the same thing, surprisingly, with these tools.
Okay.
You have thieves' tools?
It's in the background.
All right, let me look at my inventory. Hold on.
I have proficiency.
Yeah, I think Ronvin would also begin to.
That's a dirty 20.
She has like Tinker's tools. Oh, she has thieves' tools as well. Yeah, that 20 will open it. So
I gotta go to the store and buy me some thieves' tools, man.
without belaboring and rolling a whole bunch of skill checks,
Yeah.
you all manage to fuss about. And these shackles are nasty. Their ankles are bleeding.
Oh,
The shackles have little spines in them, and the chains that hold them together have little spines on them and stuff. They're nasty, rusty iron shackles. Not meant to simply hold them, but to hurt them at the same time. Like they anchor into the ankle. Yeah, nasty manacles, shackles.
It's not cool.
They all, they're kind of rubbing their ankles, and they manage. Glinka and Inca manage to convince them that you all are on their side.
Nice.
So they're kind of calm, but they're all nuts, man. One of them's hopping around. A couple of them are talking to in the direction of things that aren't there. There's a couple that are like drooling and breathing, and three of them are like licking and touching, trying to taste everything. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
A couple of them won't even look you in the eye. A couple of them are playing with their mustaches, very fastidiously. They're just strange little.
Arrow.
And then it occurs to some of them that what being free means, and they begin to rapidly exit.
Is there an exit? Like it goes out to like nature, or?
No, you guys are in this area that's been this little cavern that's been mined, and it's only about 15 feet south wall to north wall, which is you entered in the south wall, but it's about 60, 70 feet east to west.
Right.
As they turn to exit, can I try to put a hand on one of their shoulders?
Sure.
Ronvin, would you ask them if they want to come to a safe place, get some food? We can help them.
Yeah, as she starts to ask them, they're like, no. This is a safe place. Tunnels safe. We eat here. We live here. And they can't get out of there fast enough.
Okay.
Are they leaving that chamber the same way we came in, or was there another exit?
They're going out the tunnel that you entered, and they're heading back out into the large chamber.
All right. This is going to follow and see which way they go.
Okay. They are running out of the tunnel to this little mining area, and they're running. Some of them go on the west side of the pool, some of them go on the east side of the pool, and they're seeing the dead bodies of the creatures, and they just all make for the main tunnel that brought you into this chamber.
Oh, interesting.
Some of them are grabbing spears.
What are Inca and Glinka doing?
Same.
I'll keep following them to see which way they go.
Yeah, Fix is just kind of watching.
Okay. Yeah, they head out the tunnel,
well.
and then instead of taking a left to go back the direction you took to get down in here, they take a right, as if to go, I suppose, further into the tunnels.
Is that part on any of our maps that I'm aware of?
No, none of this is. The only part that's on those maps is the part that you've already, just the tunnel complex.
Right. Okay.
Hey, do we want to follow them, or do we want to head on back to Dagger Falls and kind of give a synopsis?
We get back and give our report.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Because this is safe enough at the moment, I suppose.
Yeah, so at a certain point, not too long, maybe 5 or 10 minutes into it, just to see which way they're going, if they're going further down or whatever. Not that Viz is particularly adept at underground, but looking to see where they're going. Make sure they're not going to the city.
No, they didn't go that way. They went the opposite way.
No, I get that. I'm just making sure.
Well, I don't know how you're going to... they literally didn't go that way, so I don't know how else you want to make sure, but they went the other way. Like, they took a
Well, they
right...
could always double back or something. Like
okay.
If they're just booking.
No, they bailed.
Fine.
They bailed.
I leave off then and go back and rejoin the party.
Yep.
Yeah, let's trek back up that way and let everyone know what we found, because that was
I'm
an adventure.
kind of interested what's going on in that east tunnel where the wagon tracks were. See if there's a way.
Yeah, there's cart tracks into each of these tunnels, in and out, in the salt that's there.
Right.
So you've kind of explored that cavern that was up the northwest tunnel. You still have the northeast tunnel that Fix kind of looked into. Looks like maybe another cavern. And then you have the east tunnel.
Let's take a poke into the northeast tunnel and then go into the east tunnel.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, so you go about 15-20 feet, and it opens into a smaller area where mining activity has been. There's a couple of carts. There's gear. This is probably where the other group of Darrow came from.
Right.
That joined you. Pretty much the same scene as the other mining chamber, just about half the size.
Okay. Then we'll go down to the eastern tunnel
and
explore that.
Okay. This one's about 35 feet, and it goes into a large, irregular chamber that straight across is probably about 35, 40 feet. And at its widest point, it's probably about 50. If you take a hard left and you go into this alcove, it's about 15 feet wide, and then it just goes to a, just a curved wall. But there's a big circle on the floor. And it looks like there's burn and scorch marks. It smells kind of sulfurous.
May I cast Detect Magic?
You may.
Boom. Are there like runes at this circle, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Are they magic-y?
Hang on a minute.
You're good.
So it's very magic-y, and it's conjurationally magic-y. The runes are actually infernal.
Ah.
So you can read them.
What did they say?
And the runes have. Well, that's a good question now, isn't it? The runes say Minaros. Minauros.
Hmm.
Roll me a history.
Oh, I'm killer at these. I'm gonna blow my advantage. I definitely needed that. Oh, that would have been so bad. Instead of a 7, we have an 18.
Okay. So you know that Minaros, if that's how you say it, is the third level, the third plane of hell, essentially.
Oh, good.
You know that plane of hell is ruled by Lord of the Third, Lord of Avarice, Lord of Lust, King of
Oh.
Greed, King of Covetousness, the Archduke of Minaros, the Viscount of Minaros, the Serpent, also known as Mammon. So, based on what you're seeing here, this looks like a portal or a plane shifting circle
Mm-hmm.
that would, if used properly, would either summon beings from such a plane or send beings to such a plane. What's really puzzling too is you're not sure how you know this.
Yeah, Fix just kind of like looks at it and then like goes around the circle, reading all the runes, just kind of scratching his head. All right, so we have a little bit of a problem.
What's that?
Well, these runes read Manaros, which is the third layer of hell, and Lord Avarice, if you know that name. He's in charge over there. And I like stick my hand in my pocket for a second. And this looks like either like a landing for a teleportation circle or the place you send things there. Like there's a link and like a bond here.
Can we destroy it?
I mean, we could try. I'm not sure if I have something within my means to be able to destroy that right now.
Are these, is this circle and runes etched into the floor or drawn in?
Yeah, they're scratched into the floor, right?
Could we scratch and mess them up?
I suppose we could try. We've got tools, so
Yeah.
there's mining tools around.
Yeah, let here. Fix will like go back into the other room and grab like a pickaxe or a hammer or something, and
Okay.
I will take the first swing in case something explodes.
Okay.
Ronvin, do you have some way of disabling these?
Yeah, she's kind of scanning through her stuff here, scratching her chin. I really don't know. I'm more mechanical. Let's see. Wait a minute here.
In an alchemy jug, we could pour a gallon of mayonnaise on it. I broke Preston.
That's
so
the last
sorry.
thing I expected to hear. Mayonnaise. Yeah.
The happy ending summoning circle.
Just splat. You're like, oh, send me back. Just inhaled water.
Sorry.
No, you're
She
good.
feels like the only thing she might try is shatter to try and damage the floor.
I'll do it.
I think she's a little nervous about doing it inside of a cavern.
I could do it. Out of curiosity, do the cart tracks lead to this circle?
It looks like they kind of lead in and out.
Right. I'm just curious if they're shipping some or all of the salt off to this hellish area. Is there any paperwork or anything, particularly around the crates of salt?
Oh, you're certainly welcome to look. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just looking for anything that indicates where they might be going. Things that get shipped usually get shipped with manifests.
Can I help him with that search?
Yes.
So that's with advantage then. And that's cocked. 13.
Yeah, so you're looking all around the crates, and there's simple wooden shipping crates. You try to move them; they are freaking heavy, and they all have the sigil of the Zentarum burned into the one face of the crate.
But no indications of where they're going.
Right.
Does hitting the ground with like the pickaxe or the hammer or whatever mess up the runes?
I mean, you're scratching them and making them not look. I mean, you can turn them into a tic-tac board and whatever you want to do. You're not sure if there needs to be some sort of divinity or magical properties altered. This is some sort of an arcane transportation device. Yeah, so you look around the crates, and that's what you find. There's no bill of lading. There's no shipping labels per se. Nothing.
All right. That was a long shot.
Do any of you have any culinary background expertise?
I can fry a mean egg.
Okay.
No.
Probably not what I was looking for.
So you're saying if you had an infernal chicken,
Yeah, I could whip that thing up.
you would have some mean eggs.
Yes.
Spicy. Come on, Rue's gotta know how to cook, right? No.
I mean, he can get by. He's not. He's certainly not an expert.
We're all just a bunch of useless bachelors. Let's face it.
Yeah, we really are. I'm a child, okay?
Craft dinner and toast. There we go.
So you've got the other two dudes are dead in the large chamber. There's carts and gear along the north wall in that little kind of alcove.
Anything interesting in the gear?
It's all mining gear.
Yeah.
It's not exactly top of the line, well maintained or anything. A lot of rust and a lot of the handles on the axes are cracked and picks are bent and it looks like a pretty shitty, crappily run. And I might mention, I almost forgot, there are some skeletons in both of those rooms where the mining was taking place. As if perhaps people died right there mining.
They look like their shape.
Some are small. Some are also small but stockier. Some are shorter. Some are human sized.
Is anyone in the room with me with the teleportation circle anymore?
Fixes it. Everybody leave.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Ronvin's walking around looking at things, tapping here and there.
I'm gonna take the stone out of my pocket and just drop it in the middle.
Okay. It is smooth. Again, like it was meant for the palm of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It is smooth. And you drop the stone in the center of the circle, and the stone is pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of illuminates this. It's like as much glass as it is stone, if that makes any sense. But it's really, really smooth. And as it lays in the center of the circle, I don't know what black glassy stone like a glow would look like, but it seems like almost a little bit of light illuminates in the center of it.
Mm-hmm. And I just put it back in my pocket.
It is freaking hot.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, you're not sure you want to pick it up hot.
Oh, well, I'll kick it away from the thing and then think about picking it up later.
It'll cool down a little bit after you kick it away. It almost feels like glass.
Mm-hmm. Like obsidian?
Like obsidian. It got really hot. More than once on one occasion on this little expedition.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, I have no idea.
Ronvin is sacking the bodies.
Huh.
Because that's
I'm
kind of a
moving.
thing Ronvin does. She likes shinies. And on the decedent that died out in the second one that died. Right, there was one that was in pretty bad shape that got killed pretty quick, and then the one that Viz was working on that died right in front of Fix. On that one, she finds a pouch that's hanging about its waist, and these things are all wearing these kind of dark green loincloth with a leather belt. Those big scimitars. But in the pouch, she holds it up, and you can hear this clinkety clink. And she holds out an iron key.
Ooh.
And then she gasps, looking in the pouch, and she dumps out 3 small uncut diamonds.
Oh.
Perhaps worth 25 gold apiece. Somebody wants to write that down. She holds up the key. What do you suppose this is for?
How big of a key is it?
It's like an iron key that would go in something like a human-sized key. Could be like a jailer's key or a skeleton key for a door. That sort of a. It's not
Or manacles?
terribly ornate. It's bigger than that.
Okay. So they had a key for a lock. We haven't found anything that gets locked though.
On the other dude, she did find a set of keys, 3 keys on a ring that were probably small enough to unlock those manacles.
That makes sense. There's no other thing in like the teleporter like room. It's just the circle, right?
You gonna investigate?
Matt?
Yeah, you may.
Ooh, I rolled good. 21.
Yeah, I mean, you look along the floor, along the walls. The thing you see is in that alcove, that circle, that portal, transport circle, whatever that is. That's now been scratched to hell. Maybe that's not the right choice of words, but
Yeah. Well, if there's nothing else in here, then I'd just go out and just keep investigating as I move along. Just looking for something where a key would go.
What are you investigating?
Just looking for somewhere for a key to go. Like if there's other rooms, I would go in them. And
Like in the walls?
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Yeah, roll investigation.
Yeah.
Ronvin's curious. She'll help you. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Yes, please.
She loves
24.
Okay. Yeah, so you work your way around the room counterclockwise, around all the crates, around the main entrance, around the west wall, around the north wall, by the tunnels, the gear. You come all the way around. And about 40 feet from the east tunnel, you find some seams that look like very, very similar to the seams in the secret door in the back of the cavern that got you down into this tunnel complex.
Oh, good. Hey, guys! I found something. Come here.
Hurry over.
There seems like there's a door here. Does anyone see like a keyhole for that key Ronman just found?
I will look for a keyhole.
Yeah.
There is no keyhole. But again,
Does anything?
the door looks very similar to the door that was in the.
Yeah, I'll
what you
look
call
for
it,
a
cavern.
similar. I'll look for a similar brick to the one that was slightly jutting out on the previous.
Yeah.
thing.
Again, the walls are very irregular, and you start kind of trying to move things and that, and you finally hit the right one, and the door slips inward and then into a pocket, and reveals an iron portcullis
Oh.
with a large lock.
What's on the other side of the portcullis?
About a 10-foot wide. It's a 10-foot wide tunnel that portcullis is blocking, and about 10, 15 feet looks like it opens up into a room. Another cavern.
Well, do we want to take a little bit of a break and then head on?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe take a short rest and then run in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I will shut the door while we short rest.
Okay. Anybody taking hit dice?
Yeah, I think I'll take 2 of those.
Yes, I will take my
you guys
last.
kill me.
I will take my last remaining hit
You
die.
guys get to the locked portcullis chamber. Let's take a short rest.
Oh,
I don't know what's in there.
one of us needs their spell slots back.
All right. Ronvin's gonna take a short rest. Take 3 hit dice.
I'm actually gonna use the restroom while we're resting.
All right. Okay, so you spend an hour relaxing in the comfort of the cavern with the pool. See, Rue, your hit dice are burned up. Viz, did you take any hit die?
I used 2.
I did use my one last remaining hit die.
Okay, cool. Ronvin's healed up.
Yeah. I still got a second wind, but I'll save that for an appropriate time.
Okay.
Hey, back.
So everybody's short rested?
Rested up.
Okay. What now?
Alright.
I guess we go in the portcullis.
Yeah.
I assume the big iron key we found fits in the lock on this.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a big mechanical lock. It's nothing special. But you wager you'd have had to pick it, in order to get it open had you not had a key. And the tunnel, the entry into this chamber is about 10 feet wide and angles around to the right. And it's about a 15 by 20 irregular cavern. There's a big wooden table with papers on the table. The table is without legs. It appears to be held up. It's a big piece of wood that's on top of a couple of boxes or crates or chests or something. And then there's a huge pile of shields, long swords, heavy crossbows, all set neatly in one end of the room.
Same stuff, salt, same markings.
You don't see any markings on any of the weapons, you mean?
No, on the boxes.
Oh no, they're chests.
No chests.
You bend down there to look, and it's like, oh, these are chests.
Loot. Yeah, we'll crack open the chest, see what's in there.
Okay, the tabletop is resting upon the chests. They're kind of these square topped. They're not like pirate chests with the, they're square topped with hinged lids.
Right.
Well, I guess we should move all the stuff and
See what's
snoop. Yeah, snoop a little bit,
While they're looking at the chests, I would like to look through the papers.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, what you see, what looks to be like a tally of, quantities, crates of salt been added up. There's some sort of strange, a lot of it's written in Infernal, so Fix has to decipher it for you. You see the Infernal word for slaves, and there's a lot of tick marks. Dozens. You see, dozens and dozens of crates of salt have been indicated. You see a tally list of weapons, lots and lots of weapons are tallied. There is one interesting bit of paper that appears to be an agreement of sorts. And it's looks like a contract where one party identified as Cult of the Lost Souls is to supply salt to the Zentarum in exchange for weapons. And there are these illegible scrawled signatures under the Cult of the Lost Souls. And there are two signatures written in common that are pretty easily read on the Zentarum side.
And those are?
One says Luwala Blackhand Viper, and the other says Jamna Gleamsilver Ardragon.
Like AR Dragon?
AR Dragon.
AR Dragon.
Luwala Blackhand Viper. Like Luwala Blackhand, comma, Viper. And
like a title.
Yeah. Jamna Gleamsilver, comma, Ardragon.
These are both listed as members of this Cult of the Lost Souls.
No, they're under the Zentarum side.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Duh.
The signatures under the Cult of the Lost Souls, and again, that's in Infernal, so it translates to basically Cult of the Lost Souls. They're not like, they don't have T-shirts that say Cult of the Lost Souls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
bro.
It's the Infernal words that would basically translate loosely Cult of the Lost Souls.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do these names mean something to you?
Have I heard of this Cult of the Lost Souls?
I think we just killed all of them.
And Fix, you're just not sure what to call this. In Infernal, hang on, I have this written down. Where the hell is it?
Ooh.
It's hard to tell. It could be Cult of Lost Souls. It could be Cult of Memon. Here it is. In Infernal, it says Id Daus Waftwe Kaitalkzapi.
I would communicate that to the party.
And so it means to you cult of Maman, cult of Lost Soul. You know, it doesn't have a direct
Yeah, it doesn't
word
translate
for word
well.
translation into common.
Gotcha.
The best you can determine is it's making a reference to an organization about lost souls or Maman or both.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm. Well, that's not good.
Well, let's check out these chests.
Yeah, I guess we just start looting.
2 chests.
See what's in there.
Just drag them out from under the table, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have 2 chests. They're iron bound. They're flat topped. They're almost like foot lockers in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hinges. Each has a lock.
Oh, they're locked. All right. Well, I will pull out my thieves' tools and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19.
Sorry. Can't seem to figure out why the hell. I mean, you feel like tumblers are moving and things are sliding, but
Wow.
None of the keys we found work on him.
no. That would have been handy.
It would have been. This will give it a try. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Good lord.
Golly.
Yeah, okay. So you pop the first one.
All right. Rue, would you care to loosen up the second one, and then I'll see if I can help?
guess. That's 13.
Yeah. Sorry, Rue.
Oh.
Oh, that's only a 16 for Viz.
Okay.
Oh no.
So one of them remains locked, but one of them is open.
How many more do we have that are locked?
Just the one.
Just the 2 chests.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, so what's in the unlocked chest?
Yeah, we'll
so
check out them.
You pull it open, and it has a pile of daggers, very nicely crafted,
Hmm.
very shiny. Look like they all have keen edges. They're all black pommeled. There's a dozen of them, and then there are 4 bone scroll tubes. There are 2 sets of bracers, like for your forearms, and a ring, a beautiful gold ring that has like a little bird that looks like it's about to, like 3-dimensional bird that looks like it's about to take off of the top of the ring. And the bird has looks like it has little bits of maybe gems or stained glass in it of different colors, like almost like a bird of paradise.
I would
tropical.
At seeing this, re-up my detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. So boy, oh boy, right? The scrolls glow.
Yep.
The ring glows. The bracers glow with abjuration magic.
Oh. All right. So this is magic. This is magic. Those are magic, and that's magic. What do you want me to figure out
daggers
first?
each glow as though they've
Also,
been
all of those are magic.
enchanted.
It's all magic.
Nice.
Now look, it's gonna take me 10 minutes per thing. So just get like a stack, and I'll just take the ring and start identifying it.
Okay. The ring is a ring of evasion.
Ooh. What does that do again?
Requires attunement. It has 3 charges. It gains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you fail a dex save while wearing it, you can use your reaction to burn a charge and succeed on your save.
Oh, wow.
It recharges 1d3 at dawn. Starts off with 3 charges.
That is not bad. I will set it to the side.
The spell scrolls are all written in Infernal. You're going to have to study
awesome.
them. There's 4 of them.
All right, I'll just put those in my bag and look at those later.
The bracers are identical. They're +2 bracers of protection.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So,
Now.
You can just wear those, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to,
check.
those
I
aren't armor,
think they
right?
have
How
to
does that
be-
work?
I don't think they have to be
Are these bracers of defense?
I call them bracers of protection, kind of like the ring.
Yeah.
And these are +2.
Yeah, +2.
And the nice thing about the protections is you get +2 to AC and saving throws.
Yeah, no armor. Wow, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, those are not armor; they're just bracers.
Yeah, my armor class
there's
13. I need that.
2 sets, and the daggers are all +1 daggers.
Oh, that's quite a haul.
How many daggers were there?
12.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got quite a little cache of like some serious business is going on here.
All right, so
there's been dozens of these crates of salt accounted for in this stack of leaf ledger paper. There's been dozens of slaves accounted for, yet you find only 10. Of course, you killed 2 of them.
Oops.
And then you see what's probably a fraction based on the tick marks and the count of the weapons. So there's been this arrangement going on for a period of time
All right, so
between the Zentarum and these entities.
morality question. If we were to take any of these things and keep them for ourselves, is that okay, or are we bad people?
It's fine by me.
Right. Because I want to set at these bracers. And this ring might be nice for someone like you, Rue. Or anyone, really. This ring is very nice.
I mean, I'm pretty good at dodging things. The bracers might help me more than the ring.
Yeah. Maybe Ronvin would want it. If anything, we could just like sell it or something. I don't know.
Ronvin's got a pretty high dex.
Mine's not, but I only got a 1 and 2 in my slot.
You can throw it in the pile. You may want to sell it.
Yeah, I'll put it in my pocket for now.
Yeah, make a list.
If
make
anyone
a
wants
list.
it, yell at me.
Did anybody write all that down?
I did.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, so ring of evasion, bracers of protection. So is it cool with everybody if I take 1 set of bracers?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we should haul both chests up
Absolutely.
to. What's that?
Absolutely, we should take both chests. I'm not going to leave a chest full of potential magic stuff behind.
Right, definitely.
Take
Okay.
another crack at it somewhere down the road.
Mhm. I can wear the ring of evasion without being attuned to it, right?
Takes about an hour.
You can't use
You
it.
have to kind of sit and meditate on it.
I don't want to attune to it. I just want to wear it.
Yeah.
I just want to be iced out.
All right.
All right, and then there's a whole nother chest we haven't even looked in.
No, we haven't been able to get it open yet.
Well, maybe tomorrow. I've had a long day.
Yeah, well, we'll just load it up. We'll load the chest up in a cart or two, and
I was about to say.
You do have the
Can we
mining
just
carts. They're just
take a
wheels.
cart?
You
Yeah.
just Push it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
attention, Walmart shoppers.
Time is now 10:55.
All right.
It is indeed.
So I'm assuming you all are headed back to the Red Rock Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mission
sir.
accomplished, but maybe more questions than answers.
Mm.
It does seem that way.
All right. Let's go around the horn and we'll call an end to our game. And we will go around the horn. Viz, tell us where we can
Hey.
find you, buddy.
That's a question most people have. Hi, I'm Dave. I play Viz, the Rune Knight Fighter Fairy. Not necessarily in that order, but certainly all of the above. I'm punchy because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm looking forward to hitting my sack soon. I can be found on various social medias, primarily Twitter and Wiley's delightful Discord channel is Hey Wilson. And you can find me here this coming Wednesday. Be here at
Hope it's so, yeah.
7 p.m. for yet
Wednesday,
another scintillating game of Dungeons and Dragons that I promise this time I will actually remember what it was we were doing, because apparently I didn't for this game.
Yeah, you got our games confused.
I crossed the streams.
I do it too.
Well, that's dangerous. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't be stream crossing there, buddy.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew, aka Rue, aka Fellowship of the Tables. Pretty much this is the only thing I'm really doing on Wednesdays. So come back and check out the story again next week.
Kind of got deep into some stuff here, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, all right. Fix, tell us about yourself, sir.
Hey, I'm Preston, or DiceFix on the internet. I'm really active on Twitter. This is the only streamed game I'm a part of, so you can catch me here, 7:30 on Wednesday or Mondays. I know the day, believe me. But yeah, I'm around, always.
Yeah, making dice.
Oh yeah, making dice.
All right. This one ran a little bit long tonight, but it was fun. We had to kind of
Oh, yeah.
wrap some things up, and I am Wiley Hobbit. I'm your DM. We do play D&D here on Mondays and Wednesdays. Hopefully we'll be playing Wednesday. Still waiting to hear from everybody. But yeah, that's the deal. So the schedule is in chat. All right. One little bit of business. I have an exciting announcement. We are going to be adding a player, and I believe she'll be joining us starting next session. So, player, if you're in chat, raise your hand and, identify yourself. Woo! Where are you? I know you're there. There she is. Yeah, Queen Squid's going to play with us.
Woo!
So, we're super stoked to have Sydney join us. Hello, it's me. So, next Monday. Yeah. So, very excited about that. So we will. I'm going to raid into my good friend Lindy. Love Lindy. Let's see. Love Lindy. She's dynamite. They're playing D&D. So
Scott, who won the?
Nobody entered it. So.
Oh dear.
Yeah, can't even give away badges. Maybe we'll give them away on Wednesday. So. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. We got a raid to do, so go over there and yell. And gosh, we'll see you Wednesday and then again on Monday. So take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
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 Oh dear.
That's